You are listening to Yankton High School Athletics on KYNT, Yankton's home team.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by
Hy-Vee, Larry's Heating and Cooling, Rhonda Westland State Farm Insurance, Ben's Brew Station, 1919 Root Beer, Fairfield Inn and Suites and the Holiday Inn Express in Yankton, Triple Time Rudy's, Roy Wilcox State Farm Insurance, South Dakota Office of the Attorney General, Vision Real Estate, Missouri River Associates, First Chiropractic Centers, First Dakota National Bank, the UPS Store, Conklin Distributing, SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab, Avera, Mayor Signs, Vision Care Associates, Truxedo, MT and RC Smith Insurance, Olson's Pest Technicians, Parker Hannafin, Midwest Insurance Agency, CoreTrust Bank, H&R Block of Yankton, Vantage Financial, Adam Walter, The Move Group, Hedro.
Now, we go live to the action.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live from the Yankton Ice Arena in Yankton, South Dakota. It's Bucks hockey at the varsity level, and it's on KYN TV. I'm Brayden Butler, joined as always for hockey by Dave Spencer. And Dave, feels like the first game of every hockey year. There's a tech issue that needs to be fixed a little bit before we start pregame, but we got it figured out again, and we're ready to roll.
Better you on the technology than me, so I'm glad you could get that figured out. So, wow, here we are, huh? What do you think? Hockey season, a week ago you're calling football.
A week ago we were in the Dome. Now we're in a little bit of a colder ice box this week.
Hey,
a lot of
it's
fun.
all right, yeah.
It should be a good one today. JV matchup just wrapped up, and Huron, Yankton was able to outshoot Huron, nearing almost 50 shots on goal to compare to just 30 for the All-Stars, but Huron ends up with a 7-3 win. Late goal there after pulling the goalie for Yankton at the JV level, but that could bode well for the future for the Huron All-Stars, a team that dropped both of their matchups with Yankton last season. Yeah,
a little surprised that the JV squad for the Bucks dropped that down, especially with the differential in shots on goal, but hey, you got to put it in the basket, right? You got to make it score. You got to make it count. And All-Stars did, and the Bucks came up a little short. But we'll see what we can rattle up here for the varsity squad. And a couple of teams that had two different paths last year. The Bucks had a tremendous finish. We talked about it last year and preseason this year. Fifth in the state regular season, fifth in the tournament. And I think they've got nowhere to go but up. But they beat Huron, I think, twice last year when you did some research on that. And the All-Stars are, I think they're rebuilding their program a little bit too. But I know the games were fairly close last year too. So, hey, you never know. I know I talked to Coach Pedersen ahead of time. I think he's got the preseason jitters down there in the locker room because you got to come out and play. And we've got some players some new players that have come up. We'll probably talk about a couple of them. You've got Jay Solacek, who just got done with the football. He suited up tonight. I mean, you talk about a warrior. I mean, that guy. He took a licking in that state championship football game, and here he is got the skates on and ready to put some punishment out here on the ice.
Don't have his exact numbers in front of me from the football season, but over 1,200 yards for him. I think double figures in touchdowns for him. All-state recognition announced yesterday as well. So actually it was announced this morning as well. Peek behind the curtain. I've had that since Monday, but I wasn't allowed to release it till this morning.
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. Well deserved. Not surprised one bit.
But congrats to him. We'll see him on the ice tonight, and we talked about some of the guys who could be key players this year in our pregame coach interview. I didn't get a chance to talk to head coach Terry Pedersen, but assistant coach Alex Koff was able to come in and talk to us at our studios down on Broadway in Yankton. And we'll actually hear that interview when we come back in 3 minutes. This is Yankton Bucks hockey on KYN TV. He's Dave Spencer. I'm Brayden Butler. In 3 minutes, you'll hear from Alex Kopp for our pregame coach interview.
Looking for the perfect pair of glasses? At Vision Care Associates, we've got you covered. Step into our showroom and discover our vast selection from timeless classics to the latest trends. With several styles to choose from, you're sure to find the perfect match for your look. Experience personalized service and expert care, whether you need help finding the right frame or adjusting your new glasses for the perfect fit.
Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first.
Flu season is here. Get your flu shot today at your local Hy-Vee pharmacy. It's easy, convenient, and no appointment is necessary. Plus, when you get your flu shot at Hy-Vee, earn a 20-cent fuel saver. That's right, a 20-cent fuel saver. Get your flu shot when it's convenient for you. Schedule online or just stop by your Hy-Vee pharmacy. No appointment necessary. Help your family stay healthy. Get your flu shot and get a 20-cent fuel saver only at Hy-Vee. See store for details. Some restrictions apply.
In the heart of South Dakota, there's a name families trust. John Kopp of Kopp Building Innovations in Utica. Whether you're building your dream home, adding a new shop, or tackling that long overdue remodel, the Kopp crew delivers quality craftsmanship with a local touch. KBI is an authorized WIC builder, a Midwest company that understands your building needs. Built right, built local, built to last. For more information or to get a quote, visit koppbuildings.com.
At the Bar is the bar for sports fans. With coverage of NFL, college football favorites, Yankton High School action, and NHL hockey too. Open 7 days a week. Bring in your crew, grab a table, and take in all the action surrounded by fans who love the game as much as you do. The energy's better, the company's great, and the beverages are cold. Just the way game day should be. You can watch the game anywhere, but real fans gather at the Bar in downtown Yankton.
Midwest Insurance Agency in Yankton is a proud supporter of the Yankton Bucks and Gazelles. Hi, this is Whitney Devine. If you're looking for protection that fits your life, call me or Travis. We make coverage simple. Whether it's your home, car, or farm, we take time to understand your needs and find the right plan at the right price. You'll get personal service, trusted advice, and peace of mind knowing we're right here in Yankton. Call Midwest Insurance Agency in Yankton today to schedule your appointment.
I love 1919 root beer. It's the best over a big scoop of vanilla ice cream. My favorite is just ice cold 1919 poured over crunchy ice. It's so refreshing. It's the creamiest root beer ever.
1919 root beer is the perfect treat. Brewed in small batches with only the finest ingredients. It's the creamiest, full-bodied, alcohol and caffeine-free draft root beer available. It's a taste tradition since, well, 1919.
Brayden Butler here on your Hy-Vee pregame show. Hy-Vee with a helpful smile in every aisle. It's time for your pregame coach interview from 1919 Root Beer, creamiest full-body draft root beer available. You can find it at convenience stores, grocery stores, or on tap at area restaurants. Got an assistant coach for the Yankton Bucks hockey program in here today, Alex Kopp. And Alex, first game of the season for the Bucks tonight as this is playing. You got Huron in town, coming off of best season in program history last year, which coincidentally coincides with you coming onto the program, but we'll leave it at that. But how have things been working through preseason practices? I know these guys are getting to the rink really early in the mornings.
Yeah, I mean, practices start around 5:15 every morning. So, bright and early, everyone's kind of waking up for the first 15 minutes, but there's a lot of excitement in the program. I mean, like you said, coming off the best program finish, made the state tournament. I believe we finished 5th out of 8 teams. So consolation champions, but the guys are definitely hungry for more.
And I want to start at the back end of the team as we kind of preview the squad here. Your playing experience was as a goaltender at the University of Nebraska, and Luke Moeller, a very, very good goaltender for this Yankton Bucks squad. How is working with him and the goalie group been going as heading into, I believe is it his senior year this year?
Yep, he's a senior. I mean, he looks really focused. He's one of those guys where you got to push him a little bit in practice, but I mean, probably one of the best goaltenders skill-wise I've ever worked with, and so when he's on, he's going to be an issue for a lot of teams in the state.
He fills the net very well. It's hard to get by him a lot of times, just from calling some games last year and watching it in the state tournament when you guys made it up there. But moving into more of your skating end of things, you return, I believe, your 2 leaders in point production from last year with Tucker Rankin and Jack Pedersen there. I assume they're going to be on your top line of things. So how have they been looking heading into the season?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, all 3 forward lines have looked great. We were replacing 1 forward with Connor Perkalis last year, but Brayden Berkland's coming in, freshman. He's super good, super just smart, knows how to play the game. But, yeah, our offense, top to bottom, starting with Jack and Tucker, looks really strong.
You got a couple guys who I know are multi-sport athletes. I know Jack plays soccer, but you got a couple of football players as well who are just fresh coming off their season last week. Has there been any kind of fatigue you're noticing in those guys, or are they ramping right back up?
I think there's a little warming up process. I know Kylan O'Connor had to get off the ice right after practice to find the nearest garbage bin after a little bit of skating. So I think there's a little difference between that football shape and hockey shape, but I think they're molding right into it.
And then I know Kylan, one of them, Jay Sedlacek, another guy that plays both sports. And if there's anyone else, I apologize for not mentioning them. Those are the two off the top of my head that I think of for football and hockey, that is. But, Huron tonight, a team that Yankton was able to handle pretty well last year. What are you expecting in this one?
Well, I know they lost their senior goalie last year. I believe we outshot them over 120 to 40 in the 2 games we played them. So that kid really kept him in the games. I'm hoping they don't have a goalie to take his place, and we're gonna have to put a lot of pucks on net, really impose our will early on. I know there should be a good crowd there, so getting the crowd amped in early, put a few in the back of the net, and just kind of ride that high through the game.
I know, obviously, working as an assistant, Coach Pedersen, the head coach, just on the staff, what are some goals for the team and the staff this year? I assume it starts with getting back to the state tournament.
I think that's obviously bare minimum. We expect to be back. We're going to be back. That's everyone's main goal, but we want to finish higher. Big thing, game by game, we want to stay out of the penalty box, force other teams to take penalties, 2-to-1 shot ratio. Your basic hockey things. I mean, we can't take penalties. It's never good to play shorthanded.
No matter what sport you're playing, penalties, fouls, whatever they get called, you don't want them going against your team. But, Alex, good luck to you and the squad tonight. Thanks for coming in and talking today, and good luck to the Bucks on their whole season opener tonight against Huron.
Yep, I appreciate it. Go Bucks.
That was Alex Kopp here for your pregame coach interview from 1919 Root Beer. We're back in a couple minutes to keep the pregame show rolling, brought to you by Hy-Vee.
The Boathouse in Yankton is for everyone. Axe throwing, mini bowling, shuffleboard, beanbag, golf, pool, and darts, plus awesome food and drinks with lots of cold craft beers and other beverages. Happy hour all day on Mondays, trivia on Tuesdays, free axe throwing tournaments on Wednesdays, and live music on Fridays. Some say it's the most fun you can have on land. The Boathouse is also your go-to place to watch all sports. Head to the Boathouse, downtown Yankton's fun gathering place for all ages.
Don't get caught in the cold this winter. Call the heating and cooling experts at Kaiser Heating and Cooling today. Our team of experienced trained technicians are here to ensure your home stays warm and comfortable all season long with heating system installations, maintenance, and energy-efficient solutions to keep those utility bills in check. And if your old heating system is on its last leg, ask us about current trained system offers. Don't wait until it's too late. Kaiser Heating and Cooling, serving the Yankton area for over 76 years.
Be the wiser and go with Kaiser. Call Kaiser Heating and Cooling today.
Inheritance, romance, and investment scams continue to plague South Dakotans with high dollar amount losses. They prey on vulnerable adults and swindle consumers out of their funds. Scammers befriend the victim, making it difficult for them to see the reality of what's happening. If you have a loved one susceptible to this type of scam, sit down and talk with them about these issues before it happens to them. If you or a loved one have been scammed in this manner, please reach out to the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986.
Credit union people are my people. Dreaming big, keeping life simple. Saving smart, living free at Explorers Credit Union. You're just like me. We chart new trails, we stand tall. Together we rise, together we come. Credit union people are my people, it's true. And I found my crew at Explorers CU. Federally insured by NCUA. Visit explorerscu.com to join the journey today.
Looking for fuel or more? Stop by Triple Time Rudy's, your locally owned convenience store at 17th and Broadway. At Triple Time Rudy's, they're proud to support the community, offering fuel discounts to Yankton's largest employers and backing local activities and events. Inside, you'll discover regional favorites like Dimmick cheese and premium meats from the Kaler and Renner lockers. Whether it's a quick snack, a tank of top quality fuel, or a taste of local goodness, Triple Time Rudy's, fueling your day, fueling the community.
The other day, a customer came into the UPS store with a few special gifts she needed to ship for the holidays. As we were packing them securely, she asked if we could also help her design and print custom Christmas cards. The answer? Of course we can. At the UPS store in Yankton, for over 8 years, we've been helping customers with their holiday needs, from shipping gifts to creating personalized cards. Stop in today and let us make your holiday season easier.
on KYN TV, exclusively on stream today for Yankton Bucks hockey, taking on the Huron All-Stars in the season opener for the Bucks. A pregame show currently brought to you by Hy-Vee. There's a helpful smile in every aisle. Take a look at your broadcast booth from the Fairfield by Marriott and Holiday Inn Express in Yankton. Get great rates and flexible reservation changes at either hotel by calling them direct. I'm up in the booth, Dave Spencer along with me up in the booth, and it's exciting to be back for hockey, even though the ladder doesn't seem to get easier to climb any year getting up here to the Crow's Nest, Dave.
No, I think they got an extension on it this year, so it made it a little easier. But
it does feel higher.
I just know they got a new audio system in here in the rink, and wow, it's you can tell it's a little bit louder in here, so.
Brand new
should get the fans amped up a little bit, plus you and I and everybody else.
Brand new speakers, and they're directly to our right and left too, Dave. So we will hear anything through the speakers tonight. But
better play some good music.
Here's hoping. Fans of the game, good crowd on hand for the JV game. More fans filing in for the varsity matchup here shortly, Dave. They're brought to you by Triple Time Rudy's. If you're traveling to a home or an away game, be sure to fill up at Triple Time Rudy's. That pregame coach interview just a few moments ago was brought to you by 1919 Root Beer, the creamiest full-body draft root beer available. You can find it in convenience stores, grocery stores, or on tap at area restaurants. Alex Kopp, assistant coach for this Yankton Bucks squad, was on for your pregame interview. Looks like teams are getting ready to take the ice here on KYN TV. 17 minutes on the clock for each. Each period 17 minutes long here at the Bucks varsity level. It looks like they're coming out right now here.
So it should be an interesting season. I think there's a lot of anticipation with that great finish at state tournament and regular season, both fifth place. First time we've had a varsity squad from Yankton in the state tournament. Played really well. Rushmore ran away with the regular season. They ran away with the state tournament as well, but, losing one player from last year, Paraxelis, graduated. I believe he's playing hockey at Dordt College over in Sioux Center.
I remember covering his signing day.
Yeah, so I'm sure he's there, and they've been playing some collegiate hockey already. But, when you have guys back like Jack Pedersen, Jack played soccer this fall too. I think he's second team All-State there as well. So we got some fall athletes that have jumped right back into the ice thing. But Jack Pedersen, Tucker Renken, boy, those guys came out with a lot of goals last year.
Yeah, we'll get right into your stat recap here. Your stats in focus from Vision Care Associates. Jack Pedersen, 39 points, 19 goals, 20 assists. That's 1.77 points per game. Tucker Renken had 16 goals, 21 assists for 37 points, 1.68 points per game. That's the top 2 point getters last year. They also returned Rylan Murphy at 1.48 points per game, Kylan O'Connor at 1.23 points per game. So 4 guys that were over a point a game last year that are now back again for another season. They're going to announce your starting lineups here. We're going to try to get this over the mic today. These are your starting lineups courtesy of First Chiropractic Center. Make life better one adjustment at a time. Basically, I'm just going to turn up my mic and hope it comes over these speakers well enough after the national anthem. Your national anthem here on KYN TV. Starting lineups for both these teams being announced right now. We'll have them for you once they're fully announced, but Looking at, once again, keep going with stat leaders here, your stats in focus. Mention your 4 guys over a point a game last year. Jack Pedersen, Tucker Rankin, Kylan O'Connor, and Rylan Murphy all back. A guy that heard a little bit about, a young cat for this Yankton Bucks squad that got a lot of praise in our pregame coach interview. That was Brayden Berkland. We keep an eye on him. Doesn't look like he's going to get out starting on the first line tonight, but should see him rotate in this evening. Your keys to...
He's been built from the Bantam squad, obviously, and young skater had a really good career down there. So we'll see him put some nice stuff on the rink as well today.
Looking at your starters here, we'll start with the Yankton Bucks. Number 5, Caden Hunoff skates out. He'll get the start. Number 7, Easton Velick will start. Number 14, Tucker Rankin, part of the starting line. And then number 29, Kylan O'Connor. Number 10, Jack Pedersen will start. And in net, number 30, Luke Moeller. Dave, I saw you got the Huron guys circled over there. And we take a look at who's starting for them. Number 6, Ian Larson. Number 8, Alex Tim. Number 9, Micah Metter. Number 11, Ben Matke. And number 20, Monty Bowe. In net today, number 1 for the Huron All-Stars, that's Caleb Rashad. Only 2 games played last year for Rashad. A 12.72 GAA, a 790 save percentage, 0-1. But didn't get a lot of play time in net last year. Those numbers inflated a little bit in just a couple, I think really only 1 bad game that he started. Came in late in his other
I think it was Jack Bales was the goalie for the All-Stars last year, and he's had a long career there at Huron. And he faced a lot of shots when he played Yankton twice, but he did a pretty good job of sticking the stick out there and the glove and the mitt and blocked a lot of shots, but he's gone. So we'll see if got a kind of a young, inexperienced varsity goalie for the All-Stars. Let's see if the Bucks can take advantage of that, especially early on.
Keys to the game today brought to you by Vision Real Estate, where their focus is always on you. Getting up to speed early is going to be crucial. It's always first game of the season. You don't want to start flat-footed. Quality over quantity. They had a lot of shots on goal last year, Dave. We've talked about only 8 goals to show for over 125 shots on target against Huron. Now, a lot of that was Jack Bales in net last season, but quality is going to be important today. And third key is just controlling the pace of play out on the floor. You want to play fast, but you don't want to play reckless out there on the ice.
Yeah, I think the same thing. You don't want to play timid. The speed of the game, you can practice, scrimmage. Now, Yankton's had a couple of scrimmage games against Brandon Valley. I believe Sioux Falls West came down here and practiced a scrimmage game. And I know Coach Pedersen was pretty happy with their performance, but here we go. We started up the whole new season here, and it's, like I said, we're transitioning from fall sports to winter sports. You got some athletes that are going to be doing both tonight, or coming off the fall sports, and we'll see how they do, getting acclimated to the ice and the speed. And if there's anything like last year, it should be a lot of fun.
Something that I'm excited for this year on our KYN TV broadcast, Dave. We got a new scoreboard this year. We put it up in the top left corner. We're looking professional.
Wow, upper left corner. See all the action below. I love it.
Your action tonight brought to you by the UPS Store, First Dakota National Bank, Vision Care Associates, MTNRC Smith Insurance, Yankton Medical Clinic, FNBO, Farmers Union Insurance, and First Chiropractic Centers. We are underway, and it's Yankton on the puck, rattles around behind the boards, wraps around behind Rashad. Yankton on the attack, centering pass, aimed towards Rankin, but taken away by the All-Stars. All-Stars moving right to left as you see it here on KYN TV. They're in their red tops, black helmets, black pants. White tops for the Bucks, white helmets with black pants. O'Connor lets the pass go by him, gets it to Pedersen now, wraps around the boards behind the goaltender Rashad. Tender and keeper, that's going to be something that flubs me up this first game after calling soccer in the fall, but here's Easton Velick with it at the blue line. Goes to O'Connor along the far boards. Huron back on it now.
Yeah, no shots on net yet for the Bucks, but they had some nice passes and had some guys in the crease looking for it. Just couldn't quite get there.
Rattling along the boards down there in the corner. That was Hunoff there that put the body on Monty Bowe there. Bowe with 6 goals, 2 assists, 8 points last season for the Huron All-Stars. Centering pass, O'Connor had Rankin, but it slips past his stick. Could have been a good opportunity there. It looks like we're going to get our first look at Brayden Berkland here. Young man takes a shot near post, and it's going to be smothered by Rashad. Getting on the shot sheet early there for Rashad.
Yeah, Berkland's got a lot of nice skill sets there for this game. Very smooth on the ice, plays with confidence, being a youngster new to the varsity squad, but getting thrown in there on the second line here. Jay Solacek out there as well. Very nice to see him out there. right away after playing football a week ago tonight.
Yeah, it's quick turnaround for a lot of these guys out there on the ice. We mention it every year, Dave. Don't really see much more than about 90 seconds of ice time per shift for these guys.
Oh, yeah, you're lucky if it's 90 seconds, minute or less, and you get a few breaks here. We got an icing call. We're bringing it back to the Yankton end. Of course, we talked a little bit pregame, and you heard Alex Goff talk about his goalie. Mr. Moeller behind the net, in the net there between the pipes. Senior's been a great career as well. We'll see what he's able to do and try to shut out as many opposition goals as he can this season.
He's been pretty consistent between the pipes throughout his career. Split time a little bit as a sophomore, was the primary goaltender last year as a junior, and then now expected to be just the same again this year, his senior year for Moeller. 18 of 22 games started last year for Moeller. That was in the regular season. Here going down the right flank is Berkland. Cuts inside, has it taken away. Huron trying to get back on it right in front of their own bench. Isaac Dimmer on the ice. He gets the puck back. Lays it off to Rylan Murphy. Murphy to Berkland. Has some space. Takes the shot. Good save. It went off the shoulder there of Rashad and goes around the far boards. Huron into center ice, and that's going to be an icing call against the All-Stars.
Yeah, it looks like the Bucks are kind of getting in the groove of things here. 2 shots on, but 1 for the All-Stars as well.
2 shots on. I'm pretty sure both of them belong to Berkland.
They might, yeah.
He went near post immediately after getting on the ice, and then he just had that last one get knocked away. Here's Larson in the center circle, wins the faceoff, but gets away from everybody. Isaac Dimmer goes back into his own zone, wraps it around his own boards. Elliot Anderson out there on the floor, on the ice right now, as well as Tanner Ondel. A falling all-star almost takes out Moeller in net, and Moeller doesn't have his stick right now, so he is pure pads and glove right now. As soon as Yankton's able to get down the ice the other way, Moeller will slide and grab that stick. He does. He's back to full kit, we'll say.
Yeah, nice thing about the Bucks this year, they've got a lot of nice depth. They can play 3 lines plus with, they always get a little drop off, but they got some high quality guys, be able to give some guys a break and, keep the intensity going for all 51 minutes of our varsity hockey season games.
I've heard great things about being able, you mentioned run 3 lines, but they got a couple guys on the second line they say could be first liners on most teams in the state. Rylan Murphy last year, he started today on the second line. He had 14 goals, 17 assists, 1.5 points per game basically last season. And he's on the second line, and we've already heard about the potential of Brayden Berkland. Here's Hunoff with it near the blue line, skates inside, shot wide left. So only 2 shots on goal here for the Bucks.
Yeah, Rylan Murphy had a great season last year. Oh, another shot there right across the bow there. Didn't quite get it to go.
I noticed in the JV game, and I was wondering if it's across the board for Huron. All-Stars in the JV game were doing a very good job at closing down the sight lines for the goaltender and leaving open shot lanes then for their forwards that weren't able to be seen because of the clogged lanes. Pedersen loses his skates there.
There you go.
With a humdinger right off the top bar and down for the first goal of the game. That's quite a snipe for the opening goal of the season, Dave.
Well, I think I did just talked about exactly what you said. Little seam on the backside. Got a little protection out front there. And the goalie couldn't get over in time. Hung off with a nice shot. Nothing but the back of the net. Nice start for the Bucks.
Yeah, 1-0 your score line here. 12:59 to go in the first period of play. 3 17-minute periods will decide a winner here. Looks like the second line out on the floor for Yankton here. Rylan Murphy, Brayden Berkland, and Jason Lachik. And that one's going to be smothered by Rashad as it goes to his left. We'll get a face-off here in Huron's end.
Yeah, it was just another great shot by Hunoff. It's a game of numbers, Brayden. The more shots you take, the more chance something's probably going to happen. And if it doesn't go the first time, can you get there for the rebound? It's just kind of like the game of basketball. You get a rebound, put it back in. Same thing with hockey. Get that rebound off a missed shot, be there to put it in the basket.
And Hunoff, a defender for this Yankton team, but perfectly balanced last year. 20 points, 10 goals, 10 assists for him in 22 games. That's just under a point a game for him.
Yeah, it's nice to see that because whether you're a defenseman or not, there's plenty of rotation as you go through your cycles. And whether your defenseman is scoring 10 goals, that means maybe you're in a good spot from there. Get it back up top, trick another shot from the top, see if you can get it to go, and then find a rebound. Oh, almost got another one.
That's going to be smothered by Rashad there. Another good goal-scoring opportunity. 4 shots on target for Yankton. One's found the back of the net. Looks like we're going to get a line change here. See Larson coming on the floor. That's Cooper Larson. Tanner Ondel. Elliot Anderson out there. Brady Van Cleve out there as well. Can't quite see the number on the back of that last jersey there on the far side. We'll get him as soon as we can. Yankton able to control it off of the face-off. Van Cleve loses it a little bit, sends it goalward, smothered again by Rashad.
I think we got Anders Van Olsen out there as well.
That would be the final buck on the floor.
Left defensive side. Just loaded with seniors this year. This program's been building up to have these kind of numbers. Right, I think they have 16 seniors on the squad. That is a remarkable number.
We always, it feels like the last couple of years, Dave, we talked about this is still a young program in the realm of South Dakota amateur hockey. Only about 20 years since the...
Well, it was exactly 20 years. Yeah. The 20th anniversary of the rink. Started in 2005 and did not even have a high school team. Didn't even really have a junior varsity team. Put a few kids out there. Did host USD club hockey back in the day. That was kind of our founding call there, is that they could find a place to go because they were playing their games over in Sioux Center at Dordt College, and they made the Yankton rink their home rink. So we had a collegiate hockey here to start the whole endeavor off 20 years ago.
Yankton would love to get back to the state tournament here for year 20. Got there for the first time last year. Puck taken away in the mid-ice area. Mason Hunter had himself quite a JV game. I think he scored 3 or 4 goals in that JV game for Huron, so he's a guy to keep an eye on. Shot taken from the blue line, but wide right. Moeller didn't find himself in too much danger. Here's Bo behind the net. Tries to go near post, and that one lost sight of it for a moment up here on the press box. But
yeah, Bucks are having trouble clearing it here. Good job by the All-Stars keeping it in that end of the rink.
Now looks like their first forward line back out on the ice for Yankton, Pedersen, Rankin, and O'Connor. Huron chases the puck down. Yankton able to possess it. Pass goes to Rankin in his own zone. Now here's Dimmer on the breakaway. Try to get fancy with it. Goes to Rankin. Goes Kylan O'Connor. No, can't get it there. Almost snuck in the back door there, Dave.
Yeah, it was great puck movement there. Dimmer was covered up. Got off the center spot. Just couldn't quite, O'Connor just couldn't quite pull the trigger quick enough. Got a little disrupted on the pass. But knocking on the door again.
1-0 your score here on KYN TV. 10:30 to go, and we'll immediately get another puck smothered by Rashad.
Yeah, keep the action on the All-Stars end of the ice would be great. Keep the pressure on. See if they can win the face-off, get it back up top here, and get a shot from up top. And they don't.
Right down in front of us. Bo on a breakaway one-on-one. Good pad save there for Moeller, and then a second opportunity saves it as well. Just smothers it. We'll get a face-off in Yankton's end.
Yeah, I didn't get back real well on defense there. Getting started with the face-off, couldn't win that face-off, trying to get his shot back up to the blue line. Just wasn't able to get that one.
Off the face-off here. It's like Yankton well possessed. Here's Rylan Murphy on a breakaway. Has Sedlacek and Birkeland in tow. Murphy cutting in from the right side. Puts a shot near the goal. Blocked away. Sedlacek fighting for it along the boards. Birkeland in there as well. It will be Sedlacek who possesses it at the moment. Still a battle for it.
So you look up top, see if you can get the defenseman maybe.
Yeah, Murphy, Velik, and Eisenberg all waiting near the blue line. Pass goes to Sedlacek here. Jenkins able to possess it. And that almost ricocheted off of a Huron player into the net there. Almost
Monty Bo right off his skates. Almost tipped it in for them. Get icing and bring it back to the All-Star zone.
That'll be a face-off here in the offensive zone for Yankton. 9:37 to go in the first period of play. Cade Hunoff with the goal, the lone goal so far in this one.
Yeah, another senior, been playing a long time down here, as is most of this varsity squad. Got a little youth there, though. We talked about the young Birkeland man. He's getting his first taste of varsity action and doing quite well, it looks like.
Ondel takes it away near the blue line, keeping it in Yankton's offensive zone. That's great there from Otto to keep it in right at the blue line. If that goes into center ice, Dave, the whole team's got to get back behind the blue line before you can cross back over again.
Yeah, right. Here we go, another steal possibly. Here we go, turnover.
Taken away in center ice area. Pass laid off to Larson. Can't control it. Ondo with a huge hit right down in front of us. That's clean. That'll get the boys going. Here's Mason Hunter with a slap shot from center ice.
There's a delay of game there. We're going to get a penalty on Huron, I think.
There's a delay in the penalty, yes, and we'll see.
They just threw Hunoff's stick down the ice. The All-Stars did.
And the goalie gets pulled as well. Empty net here for Yankton. If they're able to keep possession, they have the extra man advantage, but Huron takes possession. We'll get a penalty here. Going against the All-Stars. See who exactly gets called against. And we'll be able to see another new feature of the scoreboard here, Dave.
Really?
I'm excited about
this.
this.
Hang on, we'll get the right call for you. They're going to call interference on the penalty.
It'll be number 16, 2 minutes for interference. So we'll have 5-on-4 hockey here for the Bucks. And now this year, we can show that on your screen as well on KYN TV.
Oh, I like that. That is sharp. That is high quality for the KYNT crew. I love it.
We're moving up in the world,
Yeah,
Dave.
fans got to love that when you see that penalty up there and see what kind of time we got on it.
5-on-4 here for Yankton. Keep in mind as well, icing kind of goes away for Huron during this penalty. Here's Rankin on it. One-man advantage for the Bucks. Skating down the left side. Lays it off to Rylan Murphy. Murphy looking for options. Just trying to get it to Hunoff there. He was laying around on the back post, but couldn't get through him. Here's Pedersen at the blue line. Now lays off to Hunoff. On the wrist shot there, right off the pass. Nothing doing. There is a stick laying on the ice. Don't know who that belongs to.
I don't know either.
Looks like every player out there has their stick, so.
I don't know if it came from, well, he could have dropped one and picked one off the bench. I think it's a Huron stick.
Here's Mason Hunter trying to go on a breakaway. Taken away by Rankin. Rankin crosses the blue line.
Offsides.
Whistle blows. I think they might get Rylan Murphy here. He was just a touch over that blue line as Rankin crossed over it. Still a minute to go on this penalty, so 5-on-4 hockey still.
As you talked to Coach Kopf about that in the pregame, you know, like any game, I don't care if it's football, basketball, hockey, stay away from the penalties. Stay out of the box in this sport. Always keep the numbers advantage, and you'll have some good luck. Just the pure aspect of a number advantage, the odds are in your favor.
And
there you got one right there.
On the power play. Kylan O'Connor finds the back of the net. His first goal of the season puts the Bucks on top 2-0.
Yeah, great patience by the Bucks. He's come around the backside, went the far shoulder against the all-star goalie. Couldn't do nothing but watch it go by.
I guess bright side there for Huron is it ends the power play. But now you find yourself in a 2-0 hole, still over 7.5 minutes to go in the first period of play. We'll see who gets in center ice. Looks like Cooper Larson glides in for the Bucks. It's Bo for Huron, and it'll be Yankton that possesses it off of the face-off. Ondo just sends it into Huron's side of the floor. Easton Anderson trying to close down on that one. I think I called him Elliott by mistake earlier. That's my apologies. Easton Anderson. Number 2 for Huron is Elliott Hartman. I mixed the two earlier, Dave.
We'll let that go. It's first game of the season, so.
Anders Van Olsen trying to clear it. Set up Huron beautifully for a shot attempt there, but a pad save made by Moeller in net. He stopped all 5 shots on target he's faced tonight. Cooper Larson along the far boards. Gets the puck back momentarily for Yankton. But Huron now in possession. Ondel applying some pressure. So we get a bit of a line change here. Pedersen
Should be coming back icing, yep.
Yeah, we'll get an icing call.
So I would say that the Bucks are peppering the net too much. I mean, they got a shot advantage 7-5, but you know they made good use of those 7 shots. The All-Stars had a couple of good looks at Moeller on a couple shots. Luke with some nice saves as well, but it's not like there's a big advantage on the shooting of the puck so far.
Now we mentioned in the regular season last year across 2 matches, over 120 shots on target for Yankton, only 35 for Huron. And Rankin was possessing the puck. He's dislodged from it, but Pedersen gets it back. All on the backboards, and he's put up against the window. All clean, letting them play on. And here's potentially one-on-one breakaway for Mason Hunter. Easton Velick able to get in there and win the puck back for Yankton. Pedersen and Hunter collide at center ice. Pedersen stays on his skates. Hunoff. Cross ice pass, looking for Velick. He'll whip it around the boards, behind net. Picked up by the All-Stars. Here's O'Connor with it now. He just scored the last goal. Backhand shot for Pedersen, not there. Good save from Rashad. And that's going to be, no, they say he tipped it.
Yep. Good shots there again. Good looks. Really no shot on net, though.
And during a line change here, Huron trying to get on the attack. Larson with a shot from the blue line, knocked away by Moeller. It's Ian Larson there on that shot attempt. He's along the far boards now trying to win the puck back from Cade Hunoff. And Moeller will just smother that one as it skates to him, and we'll have another face-off in Yankton's end.
So good production here in the first period, I'd say, Brayden, for the Bucks. Not a ton of shots on. Very effective. Got 2 shots on, or 2 goals on 5 shots. Those Yankton coaches probably want to keep the pressure on, get some more of those chances.
We're talking about quality over quantity in the pregame, and that's what Yankton's been doing so far tonight.
Well, you know, hockey is it's a very unselfish game if you play it right. And I love what they've done on the scoring for individuals. You score a goal, you get a point, but if I get an assist, I get a point as well for the individual stats. You know, just look at Jack Pedersen last year, 19 goals, but 20 assists. Hey, when you got your leading scorer as also, I think Tucker Rinkin had 21 assists. Between those two guys, Bill Ryland Murphy with 17 assists, Kylan O'Connor with 14 assists, Cade Hunoff with 10 assists. Those are all part of the game, and you know, not worrying about the individual effort, but the team effort. Team results, I should say.
You remember those great stats for those guys. We mentioned Paraxlis graduating last year. He was right around a point a game as well. Another very unselfish guy. You don't see a lot of guys in this Yankton roster who have, if they have more goals than assists, it's not by much. And honestly, looking at this roster, I don't think there's a single guy who had more goals than assists last season.
Well, yeah, Jay Slotchik, another one, 7 goals, 11 assists. So that just, you know, it's a team game. You try to play this as an individual, good luck, it won't work. Takes five people on the ice all working as one unit.
And of course, relay assists count as assists as well, as Berkland wins it back, crosses the blue line into the offensive zone. Shot would have missed wide right, went off the glove of Rashad. A rattle along the boards on the far side. Loose puck behind the net. So that's Tanner Ondel trying to get that back. Here's Berkland with it. Berkland. Smooth skater there behind the net.
Yeah, get it back up to the defenseman, take a shot from up top.
And Anders Van Olsen with another laser from the blue line. 3 goals now in this opening period for Yankton. They lead 3-0. Anders Van Olsen joins Cade Hunoff and Kylan O'Connor in the score sheet.
And just what was I saying, that was unselfish play there. Get the assist to Berkland, who got it back up on top. Take the shot from up top. Again, if it goes, you got the goal. Great. If you miss, you're going to get a chance for a rebound. Got the back of the net there. That's textbook teamwork right there for hockey.
Now, welcome to the varsity level, too. Brayden Berkland, you mentioned his first assist there, getting that one. 3 to go. Just over 3 to go. 3-0 lead for Yankton here in the opening period. Easton Anderson trying to win that puck back near boards. Yankton hasn't been in their defensive zone much here the last couple minutes, but trying to get out of it now.
Yeah, still very effective with their shot selection. 8 shots, 3 goals.
And Ondo taking it away in the neutral zone, and he was going one-on-one with the keeper there, and that one was right into the chest of Rashad, and that might even be a moment of Ondo realizing that he could have been maybe a little more team-friendly there. He's tapping his chest, and he grabbed a guy on the shoulder saying, my bad. If he centers that, it might be an open net.
Yeah.
But that's the thinking these guys have. They're playing for each other out there on the ice.
Well, a lot have been playing a long time, and you build that teamwork, that chemistry. You know exactly what your teammate's going to be. That's when you watch guys at the NHL. They know where their teammates are going to be at. Brayden there, make that shot, make that pass.
So it looks like Hunoff from the blue line there had a shot blocked by a defender. Goes again, goes off the pad for Rashad, goes off the glass as well. Still in the offensive end for Yankton. Puck slides back into the neutral zone, so all the Bucks got to get back on their side of the blue line.
Uh-oh.
Aaron pass there. Moeller quick on his feet, clears that one away. Here's Pedersen in the neutral zone. Goes out wide left to Rinkin. Rinkin back to Pedersen. Steadies himself and fires. Good blocker save, or good pad save there by Rashad.
Yeah, a free puck out front there. We didn't really have anybody there to put it back in, but see if they can circle back and try it again.
Oh, and Pedersen caught a little bit of the body of Matkey there. That's good defense from Ben Matkey. If Pedersen's able to get by him, that's another goal-scoring opportunity. Pedersen, one shot, two shot. That one gets smothered. And now Yankton's starting to pepper that goal a little bit. It was just 7-6 in a blink of an eye. It's 11 shots on goal to 6 now for Yankton advantage. Nearing the 2-minute mark in the first period.
Yeah, good saves down there by Rashad. Getting a lot of action out there. He's got to get his defense to help him out a little bit. Get that puck out of there on the missed shot. Try to clear it. And then, of course, you always risk the icing call, and he brings it right back into your zone.
Off the face-off, Yankton wins it. Sedlacek near post trying to make something happen. Smothered again. Actually, might have got stuck there, yeah.
Back of the net, yeah.
We'll get another face-off from the same circle. Berkland slides in. Draw goes to Huron here. The All-Stars try to cut into this deficit. They trail 3-0 here in the opening period of play. And that's a big hit there from Isaac Dimmer right down below us. When those plays happen
here, they're going to bring it back. Now they're going to call a rough here.
I believe he said 8 white, so that's Dimmer. So I was giving credit to Isaac Dimmer. He's going to get popped in the penalty there. He'll take some timeouts. He'll take a timeout in the penalty box.
Yeah, he'll be there all period unless the All-Stars score, and we'll go into 6 seconds of the second period. But it's just good aggressive play by Dimmer. The eyes of the officials a little too much. That's okay. We'll get that, and now we'll see how good penalty killing. Always good exercise. Try to keep their goalie protected and ice the puck as much as you can. Maybe get a shorthanded goal too, Brayden. That would be fun to see that.
For those who might be tuning in to one of their first hockey games, first of all, welcome. But if you're wondering why Yankton whipping it down the floor, down the ice, didn't get an icing, but Huron just did. Yankton's shorthanded, icing goes away for the shorthanded team.
Yeah, they give the advantage to the team that's down a player to let you do that. When you have 5-on-5 or 4-on-4 equal numbers for hockey, the icing can be construed as a delay of game, and that's why they want to bring that back to the other end.
Near the blue line here, shot taken, almost a shorthanded goal there. Goes off of Rashad. Velik picks it up, another shot taken. Stay in front of net. Rankin kind of a baseball bats that one into the back of the net. 4th goal of the match for the Yankton Bucks. This one belongs to Tucker Rankin, his first of this season, and a shorthanded goal there as well, Dave.
Well, that's what we were talking about. That would be the case. The All-Stars kind of lost possession of it. Kind of lost the puck. The goalie was out there in no man's land, and Rankin just in the right spot at the right time. Put her in there for the 4th goal.
And Rankin, that one was a tight spot there. You don't want to raise the stick too much and get caught for a high stick, but he had to go up near his hip. Knock that one in kind of like a baseball swing. All counts the same. Off the face-off, it's Huron in possession in their own zone. All-Stars working to the neutral zone. Taken away by Hunoff. He's trying to make some magic happen. Shot was blocked. That was Jace Bales. Talk about Jack Bales last year, a stalwart in net for Huron. I assume relation in Jace, playing out there on the ice as a skater.
Yeah,
he's going forward.
Old-time name around the Huron area.
Shot taken, but stopped by Hunoff. And Hunoff going coast to coast. Rashad had to drop down
Murphy
and
right
make
down
sure.
there. He's not going to give up on it.
And Rylan Murphy pushing the pace. And Murphy lost his stick and took some offense to it. Whistle's going to blow, and
let's check in. We got that 7. I think that assist. I think Easton Valley got the assist on that goal. Brayden with the, and now we're going to get a Huron penalty. So
I think we kind of win at his arm. I think that we're going to get slashing here, but his slash.
Ian Larson with the slash. So we're going to have 4-on-4 hockey here. So no icing now for the next 42 seconds and a little bit of the beginning of the second period. So we got 4-on-4 hockey, even strength, no power play.
Let's see what that extra space on the ice with 2 guys off of it might bring for both these teams.
They're going to call icing, yep. Well, we're going to play it.
Yankton will play it behind their own net. goes out to Tucker Rinkin. It's Rinkin, Murphy, Birkland out on the ice, along with Grady Van Cleve. That's the 4 for, well, no longer penalty kill, really, in 4-on-4 hockey. Under 20 seconds to go now in this opening period. Puck taken away by Huron. Van Cleve chases it down. He goes behind his own net, loses his footing a little bit, but gets it out to Brayden Birkland. Under 10 seconds to play. This might be the last attack of the opening period for Yankton. Murphy
see if we get a shot here.
Tripped up in the neutral zone. Slides in past the blue line. Shot taken at the buzzer. No good. Good save there for Rashad, but an impressive opening period of play for Yankton. They lead 4-0 as we head into your first break here on KYN-TV. We're going to take a 4-minute break, come back with your intermission break here on KYN-TV. Yankton leads 4-0 here early on against Huron. Back in 4 minutes.
Is it the competition that keeps bringing you back? The long-standing rivalries? Or is it seeing friends again and cheering on your favorite team? At First Dakota, we're here for it all. We appreciate the fans, the players, the coaches and officials, the concessions crew. The shared community experience is part of what makes life here great, and we're here for it. See you at the game. First Dakota National Bank, member FDIC.
Hey kids, Yankton Medical Clinic needs your creativity. Our friend Y Guy needs a Thanksgiving makeover, and you can turn him into the wildest, wackiest turkey in town. Stop in and pick up your Y Guy. Color him, cover him in glitter, or add googly eyes. The sillier the better. Drop off your masterpiece anytime now through November 27th, and we'll hang it on our wall of Y Guy turkeys. Every artist aged 12 and under gets entered to win a $50 Walmart gift card. Winner announced December 1st. Start your holiday fun with Yankton Medical Clinic. So much care, so close to home.
FNBO is the great big small bank. And for more than 165 years, we've been with you where you are. A bank that's ready for all your needs, both big and small. Here to help you earn more, save more, so you can do more every step of the way. It's what you can expect from the great big small bank. FNBO, independent and family owned for 6 generations, and ever so focused on you. Stop on by or visit us at fnbo.com. Member FDIC.
In Yankton, community means everything, and at Wilson Trailer, it's the heart of what they do. They're more than manufacturers, they're your neighbors. From sponsoring the Bucks and Gazelles to supporting the next generation of farmers and builders, they're proud to give back to the place they call home. For over a century, Wilson Trailer has stood strong, steady, and rooted in community. Because when Yankton thrives, we all move forward. Wilson Trailer in Yankton. Learn more at wilsontrailer.com.
Are you on track to retire? I'm Adam Walter, a certified financial planner with Vantage Financial, born and raised in Yankton, South Dakota. My team and I pride ourselves on building trust through clear, honest advice tailored to your unique goals. From retirement planning to smart tax strategies, we'll create a personalized plan to help you feel confident and secure about your financial future. Visit vfplanning.com or search Adam Walter Vantage Financial to schedule a 15-minute call today.
Vantage Financial Partners is a registered investment advisor. SEC registration does not constitute an endorsement of Vantage by the SEC, nor does it indicate that Vantage has attained a particular level of skill or ability.
When you can't know what's coming, know you're covered. With Avera Health Plans, you can count on local, trusted care and your choice of doctors and care close to home and across the nation. Health insurance coverage shouldn't feel out of reach. Contact your local agent or explore your options online. Visit averahealthplans.com.
In nearly every family's lineage, there's a tie to agriculture. It's a legacy reflected in how we raise our kids, help our neighbors, and respect what we have. Farmers Union Insurance was built on that legacy. And while our roots are in agriculture, our protection has grown to include home, auto, business, health, and life. Protect your legacy. Farmers Union Insurance.
Call Brendan Hansen and Brandon Tykrow or visit them at Suite 101B Morgan Square in Yankton.
The perfect place to get together with friends and family and watch the game and enjoy some of the best wings in town is Checkers Sports Bar and Grill. Checkers is open every day, and on Monday nights, the action gets even better. Cheer on Monday Night Football with $6 cheeseburgers and fries, plus play bingo and your chance to win great prizes. From mouth-watering wings to juicy burgers and stacked sandwiches, Checkers Sports Bar and Grill is Yankton's favorite destination for food, friends, and game day fun. Your game days belong at Checkers.
This holiday season, make it a red Christmas.
Wait a minute, don't you mean white Christmas?
No, red, as in Yankton red. Do you have a Bucks or Gazelles fan on your Christmas list?
Yeah.
Well, the best selection of in-stock YHS fan gear is at JJ Benji's. Find t-shirts, hoodies, sweatshirts, stocking caps, clothing from infants to grandparents. Not sure what to get? A JJ Benji's gift certificate always works. This holiday season, shop for Yankton fan gear at JJ Benji's, 201 Pine Street.
And make it a red Christmas.
I'm Colby Cookta, one of your Yankton Edward Jones financial advisors. We're all about financial investments, but we also value the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why I'm a proud sponsor of the Yankton Bucks and Gazelles on KYNT.
Call 605-653-4860 or visit edwardjones.com for all your investment needs.
I'm Colby Cookta, financial advisor Edward Jones Yankton, member SIPC.
At Mount Marty University, students get real support and real opportunities.
Hi, I'm Maya, and I'm a business major at Mount Marty University. The professors here at Mount Marty are just amazing. They're very good about supporting me through future internships and jobs that they try and line me up with, and they also provide real life experiences in the classroom through projects and speakers and things like that.
Start your journey online at mountmarty.edu.
Olson Pest Technicians is a family-owned business since 1966, and with over 50 years of pest management, they understand your issues, and their well-trained team will help you solve your pest problems. Issues with cockroaches, ants, bedbugs, bats, termites, spiders, rats, mice, or other creepy crawling pests? Olson Pest Technicians can treat and cure them. Right now, they can provide grain fumigation on the farm and do one-shots for homes to keep pests out for the winter. Call Olson Pest today, 800-KIL-BUGS.
If you've been suffering from chronic pain or a recent injury,
check us out, Lane, Reed, and Cole Sawatsky at SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab.
We offer a wide variety of treatments and techniques, including dry needling, cupping, chiropractic adjustments, and sports rehabilitation.
Our mission is to ensure an individualized and efficient treatment plan to get you back on your feet.
From ankle sprains and sports injuries to neck pain and headaches, we've got your back.
Give us a call or book an appointment on our website. SWAT Chiropractic, specialized wellness and therapy.
Located on Summit Street across from the high school.
Do you struggle with dry contacts? At Vision Care Associates, we have a great option. Infused contact lenses by Bosch & Lomb. Infused lenses are designed to ensure that your eyes stay hydrated and irritation-free, even after a full day of wear. Our doctors specialize in fitting these lenses for maximum comfort and optimal vision. Schedule your consultation and experience the all-day comfort and crisp, clear vision you deserve.
Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first.
At H&H Roofing, we don't just fix roofs, we protect families. We're family-owned, locally operated, and dedicated to keeping our community safe and dry. Every nail, every shingle, every handshake, it all matters to us. From repairs to full roof replacements, we treat every home like it's our own. Because when your home is secure, we feel secure. For honest work and dependable results, trust the local team that cares. Call H&H Roofing in Yankton today. We've got you covered.
Sherco, the industry leader in tarping, has done it again with the release of the all-new Sherlock E-Series electric tarp. The E-Series features fully assembled front and rear arm, a pre-wired sealed control box, and Sherco's exclusive SmartWire sealed harness for quick and easy installation. Operate the E-Series with the SureLink EZR remote or by your smartphone using the SureLink app. Add more time to your day with the Sherlock E-Series. To learn more, contact your authorized Sherco distributor or find us at Sherco.com. Demand the best. Demand Sherco.
see if Huron can try to muster up something down on their end of the zone here.
We're having an audio issue. Hopefully that dials back in. I'll take responsibility for it because there's something I had clicked on the stream, Dave, that I hope I have fixed now. So I do apologize for that.
Okay, well, we've got a fan texting us out there in radio land or audio, visual, whatever land, saying, can't hear us. So we're talking to ourselves.
I apologize for that. But so I had assumed that's been for the entirety of the second period so far. We haven't had audio. So looking back at that goal, it was credited to Rylan Murphy, Brayden Berkland, and Jack Pedersen combined for the assists. That's now the 5th Buck to score in their 5 goals. 12:15 to go and counting. 21-6 on your shot chart. No shots on goal yet in the second period for Huron. 6 for Yankton. Gliding behind net there, trying to make a stop. Nothing doing. Alex Tim back on the floor for Huron after he took a shot off the rib cage. We'll see him back out on the ice. This one near boards right underneath of us. Hunoff controls it in the neutral zone. Now loses it. Tucker Rankin sneaks in there to keep possession for Yankton. Switching in the second period of play. Yankton going right to left in their yellow jerseys. Huron goes left to right in their red tops, black helmets, and pants for the All-Stars. Good outlet pass there. Pedersen one-on-one on the breakaway. Just can't get the move to work. A diving effort there from Alex Tim. Threw Pedersen off a little bit.
Velik with a nice shot. He had Pedersen right in the crease in the back door. Just could not connect.
Here's Cade Hunoff with it now.
They got Pedersen in the middle, right? Same thing. Draw the defense up.
Plays it back to Rankin. Goes out to Velik
back
in that
door
one.
Again. You know, Brayden, I've had people tell me they don't understand hockey sometimes. And if you understand basketball, this is the same thing with zone basketball. You try to get a shot. And if you don't get the shot, what do you try to do? You try to get a rebound, put it back in the basket. Well, it's the same thing with hockey. Get the rebound or look for an open guy, just like if you're playing zone basketball. So if anyone else just compared the two, very similar. A lot of us maybe grew up with more basketball than did hockey, some of us. But it's the same concept. We're just not shooting with our hands. We're shooting with a stick.
Now, I've heard hockey in the past be compared. It's in the same, I want to say, athletic tree as potentially soccer. But basketball is a very good comparison as well with the 5-on-5 and zone, and of course wanting rebounds. We get a bit of a line change here for Yankton. Shot taken off that line change. Rylan Murphy gets blocked away by Rashad. Still in Yankton's offensive area. Now Huron with it. Schnabel with it. Taken away by Murphy near center ice. Metter closing him down. Murphy lays it into the Huron zone. And an errant pass right in front of net. Brayden Berkland almost had his first goal at the varsity level, but it's gloved and saved by Rashad. That was a dangerous area there for Huron defensively. And I'm keeping an eye out to my right here, Dave. Luke Moeller trying to maybe stay warm a little bit. Hasn't been called into action yet in this second period. Wants to be ready to go when it comes time.
It's kind of like the old commercial, the Maytag repairman. The old goalie down there's feeling kind of lonely because the All-Stars have had no shots here after almost 7 minutes played here in the second period. No shots on the net here for the All-Stars, although that might change here.
Van Cleve with a potential shot there taken away by Huron, but Yankton able to get it back in their own zone before the All-Stars can really get set up on offense. Shot taken, and that was more of a pass trying to center it to Cooper Larson, but ends up going past him. Another shot, this one on target from Ondel, but saved away by Rashad. Here's Bales on the breakaway. Skating down ice, shot taken, glove save. Luke Moeller flashing the leather there a little bit. First shot, I don't know if it gets ruled on goal. It might have went wide right, but first time that Moeller's really been called into action here in the second period.
Yeah, I think they're going to say that was going to be wide. Now they're going to give the shot on the goal. Yeah, Luke Moeller looked like the first baseman there, snagging across a pass from the shortstop there with a quick snag like that. It was beautiful.
We'll see if baseball program tries to get him to come out this year. I think if they run the same first baseman as last year, Easton Fieser did a great job over at first, so I would not be surprised if he's their starter again this year for his senior season. But still got a ways to go before baseball is back on KYNC and KYN TV. Shot taken, goes off the leg pad there of Moeller. So Huron starting to get more on the front foot here, or front skate But here's Rinkin gliding through. Got 2 defenders on him. One loses his skates. Rinkin still going. Great breakaway. Rolls down the right shoulder of Rashad and goes outside. Still in a dangerous area. Rinkin almost had one again there. Here's Isaac Dimmer trying to keep possession. Ian Larson able to win it back for Huron. Trying to skate pass to himself. Weisenberger gets the puck, but gets a little bit of a shoulder check for it from Larson. No whistles there.
You know, I know Luke Mueller does play another sport, kind of quick with the hands, called tennis.
He does play tennis.
Yeah,
correct.
so that's a spring sport, and kind of makes sense having a quick hand with that sport as well.
Active guy. A lot of these guys, you see that across the board with Yankton Athletics. There's not a lot of true one-sport athletes anymore at Yankton High School. On-off, wins it back near center ice. Velik might have heard the footsteps there of a defender, lost his footing. Pass goes stick to stick, Sedlacek. Still changing possessions in center ice. This is Quincy Rashad who was on it for a minute. Once again, assuming relation to the goaltender, Caleb Rashad.
Here's
a breakaway.
Open. Beautiful pass.
Shot
there
taken.
You go. Oh,
Pedersen
go in?
still there. A diving effort, last-ditch attempt from Caleb Rashad. The fact that puck is not in the back of the net right now is mind-boggling. Great defensive recovery there from Huron.
Yeah, Rylan Murphy had that thing within an inch of going in.
And he almost had that one again. A shot from near the blue line. Goes off the left leg pad. Rashad is being called into action quite often here in the second period. The Bucks up to 28 shots on goal. Moeller leaves his crease. He goes to it's Easton Velik down below me there. Changing possession in the neutral zone. Hunoff chasing the puck down in Yankton's end. Hunoff gets it after being routed along the boards. He lays it off far side. Rylan Murphy goes to Berkland. Back to Murphy. Back to Berkland. Near the crease. Trying to set up Ondo. Back post. Had him. It looks
broken
like Rashad's
stick. We got a broken stick by the goalie.
That's Caleb Rashad's stick. So he is a man without a stick right now.
Off the post.
Block that one. Yankton still on the front foot here. So Anders Van Olsen from the blue line.
Oh, he got it.
I think that snuck over the shoulder. Brayden Berkland was a little bit blocking in front. I don't know if he tried to redirect that, but huge shot there from the blue line for Anders Van Olsen. Got it over that left shoulder and into the back of the nylon.
Well, it's a tough spot for Caleb Rashad in the net. Got a broken stick. Has a great gesture on his teammates. At least gave him one of their sticks so he can at least try to swat the puck away. But dead eye out there for, what did you say, that was Van Olsen?
That was Anders Van Olsen.
Anders Van Olsen with a snipe shot up there. A lot of pressure on that score there.
Well, the officials are talking here.
I agree. The referee said I can't hear out here. The music's too loud.
Paid for too good of a sound system. 6-0 your score. That's the second goal of the day for Anders Van Olsen. And Dave, great start for him. He only had 1 goal last season. He's already got 2 goals here.
That's nice.
Tanner Ondell with the assist. Anders Van Olsen with the goal. Second one of the match, like we said.
I think we're going to get a penalty here on the All-Stars.
2?
A 2 and a 10, I think. They're going to 25 Jace Bales with the call here. We'll find out exactly what it was. But they're going to have another person serve the 2-minute. We'll explain more here in a second.
Well, it's up on the board now here for Huron.
Oh boy, Hunoff again.
Immediately scoring, Caden Hunoff. Well, that's a short power play there.
What a shot from the blue line again from Hunoff. He has really worked well on that wrist shot. I'm not going to really call it a slap shot. It's a wrist shot.
2 goals now for Hunoff.
Pedersen got the assist. At least he's saying he did.
If it was Pedersen on the assist, that's his second of the night.
And they're going to change goalies out here a little bit. For Huron, Jace Gerber, who played the JV game, is going to come into the net. Give her a shot a break.
Yeah, Gerber did allow 3 goals in that JV game, but ends up being a 7-3 win there for Huron. So we'll see.
think 5-on-5. They should have one more out here for Huron. That was a power play goal. I know Bales, I think, is still serving for, we never did get the call on that.
So we could peek right down into the.
No, he's not in there
penalty
anymore,
box,
so he's out. So it was not a 2 and a 10. Well, a lot of explaining here. Now we are in run time, Brayden. So 6-goal lead. We go to goal run time for hockey. So we'll see the clock run through stoppage of plays, other than a goal and a penalty.
All right. That's big news for our cameraman, Tel Tanner, too, pulling double duty on the scoreboard. Run time now. Clock will only stop for penalties and goals with this advantage for Yankton. 5:50 to go in the second period of play. Yankton leads 7-0. Trying to get to the blue line there, but Van Cleve can't get it on his stick. It's going to roll all the way back for Yankton. We got a bit of a line change here as well. O'Connor, Rankin, and Berkland make up the forwards. The defensive pair of Anders Van Olsen and Grady Van Cleve. It's the Van defensive line there. Here's Berkland on the attack. Lays it off. Rankin's shot in the back of the net. Make it 8-0 Yankton.
Oh, boy.
It's a goal party here for the Yankton Bucks. And Brayden Berkland, I believe, has a hat trick of assists now. 14 from 9 is the call. Rankin on the goal. Berkland on the assist. Yankton leads 8-0. Second goal of the match for Tucker Rankin. They got 2 for him, 2 for Anders Van Olsen, 2 for Caden Hunoff, and then 1 each for Rylan Murphy and Kylan O'Connor. Assists as of right now, and I missed those first 2 goals on who got the assist, Dave, so my apologies there. But Brayden Berkland's got 3, 1 for Easton Velick, 2 for Jack Pedersen, and 1 for Tanner Ondell.
Well, they're spreading the wealth a little bit, but they're getting some nice calls here. We're going to get a penalty. We're going to get a trip.
Dave, they're going to find a way to get me and you a shot on goal from up here somehow.
Well, if I could ever get that opportunity, I'd take it. We're going to get the All-Stars for a trip. I think that's going to be Micah Metter. So they'll start the run clock here again as soon as they're ready to go. They'll reset the penalty. It's on the board, and it was Alex Tim on the penalty.
Number 8 goes to the sin bin here for the Huron All-Stars. We're back to live action. 8-0 Yankton leads here in the second period of play. Dominant performance in the opening game for Yankton. No icing there as Huron is shorthanded. Moeller stops the puck behind the net. Allows a teammate to pick it up. Pass near center ice to Jay Sedlacek. He dribbles. Dekes into the neutral zone. We got basketball coming up shortly.
They say dribbles or not? Yeah, dribble.
We'll have basketball coming up in a couple weeks for Yankton High School. We got Mount Marty basketball already on KYNT and KYN-TV. Tel Tanner travels to Sioux City tomorrow for a men's and women's doubleheader against Morningside in the GPAC. That one a leg pad save there with the right leg for Gerber in net. Just checked in. That was his first goal given up there in that last goal.
Yeah, Mount Marty was on a roll Wednesday in basketball.
Couple big wins over Midland.
Down in Fremont. A shot on goal here. Nope, covered up nicely.
Thought it was gloved there by Gerber. Lost control of it, but able to smother it. And that's a couple. I want to talk about Mount Marty men's basketball. Game 1, they defeat the defending regular season champions of the GPAC in Dort, a team that was picked to finish 3rd. Handled them pretty well.
Yeah.
In game 1 for the Mount Marty men, and then game 2 handling Midland. So Mount Marty's men's team might be a team that could shock some people in the GPAC this year. And their women's team playing really well as well, too.
And the men kind of struggled early on when they had hosted a couple of games early. Lost to Valley City State and to York College. But ever since that weekend, they really turned it back on. So hopefully they have a little luck down in Morningside. It's always a tough place to play.
And no matter what building you're in Sioux City, you're not exactly going to have it's not a negative thing, but it's not a friendly environment. Morningside fans, they root for their team really hard.
Oh, they do. It's a very well-supported program down there.
Yankton in the offensive zone here. Penalty is off. Ian Larson coming out here. Now back to 5-on-5 hockey. Yankton was able to score right off of one of these a little earlier, but still in the offensive zone. Berkland with a shot. Got away by a skate for a defender. Here's Caden Hunoff. Passes it behind net. Goes back to Hunoff. Berkland tries to keep it in the offensive zone. It glides away. Hunoff gets on it. Goes back into his own zone to corral it. He's skating away from Ian Larson behind his own net. Puts the brakes on. Now goes out wide left looking for Pedersen. Gets away from him. Shot taken. Pad save there for Moeller in net. His 8th of the night.
The second shot on net for Huron here in the second period so far, Brayden.
And to compare that to, I believe that's 19 on net for Yankton in this second period. It was 15 to 6 at the break. Here's Cooper Larson with it in the neutral zone. Rylan Murphy launches it away.
Similar production at the net so far with the goals. 4 goals in the first period, four so far here with 1:28 left in the second.
Now under 90 seconds to play in period number 2. Here's Brayden Berkland. Put him in the washing machine a little bit with a spin cycle. Cooper Larson with a slap shot. Gets knocked away. Velik with the shot with the wrister. Nothing doing there. Jace Gerber, I think, took a little offense to how close Easton Anderson was playing in the crease there. Got to be careful with that. That extracurricular shoving and pushing and, checking a little bit can get guys in trouble. We unfortunately saw it last year go against Yankton. If you remember, a little extracurriculars. Luke Moeller in his net didn't like how somebody hit him after a play.
That was too bad. That was
you don't want to
very strange events there, but
so you don't want to get too physical after the play.
Right. Yeah, that's not allowed. It's not tolerated. If you do, you're gonna get the penalty and you're gonna sit out. So you don't want to be. That hurts your team when you've got to sit out. And I mean sitting out that game and the next game or a consecutive game. So not just the game you're playing in.
Pass goes back to Alex Tim. Brady Van Cleve now at the blue line. Easton Anderson had the puck for a moment, taken away by Tim. Tim, one of the alternate captains for Huron's, got the A on his chest. Cable slides back and picks it up, trying to pick it up anyway for Huron. And that's going to do it for the second period of play. 8-0 your score after 2. Yankton on top big here on KYN TV. For Dave Spencer, I'm Brayden Butler. Almost called you Dave Larson for some reason. I don't even know. I'm throwing names out there.
Dave Lesher, and I'll be at the stadium, at the radio station. So
I'm going to give a shout out to Dave Lesher.
Sure.
He put in a shift today. I'll give him credit for that.
Amen.
He did the morning show, and he was still there at 6 p.m. when I was packing up to come over here.
I thought I heard him on there this afternoon on the way home. Yep.
So yeah, he's been busy today. But 8-0 your score as we head into the third period of play. We're back in 4 minutes with your intermission break here on KYN TV. Yankton on top by 8.
When you make the right decision, it feels good. Like picking the perfect accent rug or choosing a good night's sleep over an all-night crime show binge. It feels really good to make the right insurance decision too. That's why State Farm agent Rhonda Westland is right here in Yankton to help you select the right protection at the right price. Rhonda will make sure you understand your State Farm coverages so you'll know what to expect if the unexpected happens. With State Farm agent Rhonda Westland, it's easy to make the right choice. Just call her. When you want the real deal, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Have aches and pains taken you out of your game? Sports injuries can happen quickly, posing threats to your health and ability to participate in your regular athletic activities. I'm Dr. Mackenzie Erlinson from First Chiropractic Centers. Chiropractic care can provide pain relief from sore and aching muscles and lead to faster recovery after workout by easing the inflammation you experience, like stiffness, pain, or restricted movement. Visit with us about managing your sports injuries. First Chiropractic Centers, making life better, one adjustment at a time.
Here's a special update from Larry's Heating and Cooling.
Update your current heating and cooling system with a Lennox or Carrier high-efficiency furnace and a heat pump by December 31st, and you'll qualify for up to a $2,600 federal tax credit. Combine this tax credit with other available manufacturer or utility rebates for additional savings. Call Larry's and get a no-obligation quote and take advantage of this expiring federal tax credit along with rebates and extended financing. Larry's Heating and Cooling, Yankton and Vermilion.
I am John Marquardt, and I'm running for District 18 State Representative. I'm currently chair of the Yankton County Commission. I was born and raised in rural South Dakota and have an ag business background. I am a conservative that fights to keep taxes low, supports law enforcement, and I'll look out for the best interests of District 18.
Vote for John Marquardt for District 18 State Representative in the Republican primary. Paid for by Friends of John Marquardt.
It's game time. Under the lights, in the stands, or out on the field, Prime Energy powers Yankton Pride. Every can packs bold flavor and clean energy. No sugar crash, no nonsense. With electrolytes for hydration, B vitamins for focus, and performance you can feel. Prime helps you push harder, go longer, and stay sharp. Refresh, refuel, and rise with Prime Energy. Great taste, smart fuel, next level energy, and proud to power our Bucks and Gazelles.
At Elwood Family Dental Care, they believe patients should understand their treatment, not just receive it. That's why they show you x-rays and photos, explain the why, and keep you informed every step of the way. They treat patients of all ages and especially love caring for kids. Most pediatric treatments are done right in the office, trying to limit trips out of town. So come see Elwood Family Dental Care today, located at 19th and Broadway, where they take care of the entire family.
Attention everyone, health insurance open enrollment on the marketplace is happening now, November 1st to December 15th. This is your chance to review your plan, explore new options, and make sure you and your family have the coverage you need for the year ahead. Call me, Jen Great, with Missouri River Associates today. I can help you navigate the marketplace and find the plan that fits your needs. 665-6885. Don't wait, open enrollment ends December 15th.
Moving is hard work. This is Deb Speck from Vision Real Estate, and I'd like to show you how I can make moving a little easier. From advice on staging your home, providing moving boxes, and the use of our enclosed courtesy trailer, to the behind-the-scenes social media marketing and attention to detail, you can rest easy knowing that you have an experienced professional working for you. Call me, Deb Speck, at 605-664-5555.
Welcome back here on KYN-TV. Yankton leads 8-0 at your second period intermission. And Dave, I'm Brayden Butler. He's Dave Spencer. We're here live on KYN-TV. And Dave, this has been an impressive performance and a very balanced performance for Yankton through the first two periods. 35 shots on goal, 8 goals to show for it.
Yeah, just 20 shots, or added 20 shots to that second period for the Bucks. They only had 15 after the first period, but that was, I like your word there, consistent. Consistent pressure for the Bucks defensively, consistent pressure offensively, putting it in zone, getting it down inside the Huron All-Star zone of the rink, and just putting the pressure on the shots. Really played good defense, only giving up 2 shots on the net. So Luke Muller was getting a little bored down there probably, but you know what? As a goalie, your best friends are your defenders. So you keep those defenders away. The goalie, hey, I'm good with that. So, yeah, I think, you know, for everything we thought, we got 1 period to go and we'll be in run time that entire period. I'm going to guess that, you know, it's just one game, and I think, you know, the Bucks are going to be, if you wanted to look at any predictions, I mean, on paper, you know, they should have finished in the top 4 this year in the state, if you ask me, after the performance they had last year, finishing 5th, losing Cody Paraxelis, the only player they lost. Got some new players coming up, really impressed with Berkland. Just first varsity game, and then the coaches knew that he's been doing some special things down at the Bantam level, so they're not totally surprised by that. I guess the biggest thing you got to worry about as a coach is how do you keep the intensity. You know, you don't want to get this attitude that, well, okay, we beat Huron, whatever the score to 0, or the score ends up being tonight. That you don't get overconfident, you don't get cocky, you don't take anybody lightly. You know, I know that 2 years ago, this team had that issue where they took a couple games lightly and they got upset. And we did one of those games and they lost. And, you know, next thing you know, they were on the outside looking in for the state tournament. And they had to scratch and crawl and try to get back into it, and they never did. Finished 9th. They were 1 spot out. And they lost 3 games one weekend. Early January, remember, Coach Pedersen was not happy. And I think they thought they could just walk in and win some games. I think they lost to Brandon Valley at home, and then Mitchell on the road and Huron on the road. And they thought they'd win at least 2 out of 3, if not all 3 that weekend. They didn't win any. So, you know, I guess that's always a coach's job, is to cut you down a little bit and say, hey, you've won one game, or if they play. I don't know who Yankton plays tomorrow. Do you know who the Bucks play tomorrow?
I will have that.
It's a home game, I believe.
I will have that schedule pulled up, and we'll have that for our next segment here on your intermission break. We'll have your stats as well when we come back. 3 minutes, and we're back live here on KYN TV. Yankton leads 8-0 at your second period intermission.
If it's time to review the look of the signage of your business, let Mayor Signs help. They offer all types of signs, including exterior and interior signage, fleet wraps, digital signs, and much more. They also do logo creation and vehicle wraps. Their technicians arrive on site, fully equipped to get the installation done with quality workmanship. With the latest tools and technology, Mayor Signs provides high-quality installation service for any sign. Contact Mayor Signs today on 4th and Broadway in Yankton.
Fresh new trades to the Moody Motor lot include a 2023 Jeep Gladiator and a 2024 Tahoe Premier with only 27,000 miles. A very nice one-owner 2022 F-150 Platinum in pearl white, and a one-owner 2024 Ford Edge SEL all-wheel drive with only 20,000 miles. We have a lot of very nice and some unique vehicles that you will love. Low interest with our lowest price is what you'll find at Moody Motors in Nyborough.
At Boston Shoes to Boots, we know the importance of good shoes to keep you performing at your best. Whether you're an athlete, a busy parent running to and from your kids' sports practices, or an exercise or comfort enthusiast, come get fitted in the perfect pair of athletic shoes from Brooks, Hoka, or New Balance. Exceptional quality and technology, the right shoe depends on you. So stop in and see us at Boston Shoes to Boots, located in downtown Yankton on Cedar Street.
Shop local, spread joy. Support local businesses with Yankton Thrive's new Hometown Holiday campaign. Beginning November 24th, stop at participating local businesses displaying a Hometown Holiday, Shop Local, Spread Joy sign. Each business will have a unique QR code on their sign. Scan the code and enter your name in our weekly prize drawings. Increase your entries by uploading a photo of your receipts each time you shop at a participating store. For more details and a list of the Hometown Holiday stores, go to yanktonsd.com.
Car troubles never happen at a convenient time. Whether you find yourself with a flat tire, dead battery, breakdown, or in an accident, call Gary's Towing. They've been helping drivers in the Yankton area for over 50 years with light, medium, and heavy towing. Family-owned and operated Gary's Towing is the name you can count on, day or night. Call Gary, Mike, or Mason at 605-665-4351. Gary's Towing, where experience means reliability.
I'm Jason Orr, the new owner of Floor Tech. If you're not familiar with Floor Tech, we specialize in water, fire, and smoke damage mitigation and restoration. Also carpet and duct cleaning. If you do know Floor Tech, you know we've proudly served the Southeast South Dakota and Northeast Nebraska regions for over 30 years, with locations in Yankton, Mitchell, and Pierce. Our experienced team will continue to tackle any water-related disaster or cleaning need, because when your home or floor is wet, call Floor Tech.
Find them on Facebook or on the web at Floor Tech Restoration.
Welcome back in here on KYN TV. Yankton leads 8-0 at your second period intermission. Dave, we talked about how we'd have Yankton's upcoming schedule for you when we come back. And tomorrow, right here at the Yankton Ice Arena, the Sioux Center Storm in town. Unfortunately, everybody that you see right now on your broadcast will be out of town tomorrow, so we will not have a coverage of that on KYN TV. But there are a couple more hockey matches that we're going to get to this season, 2 at the end of January, and then we're looking at senior night as well in February. So that's just kind of how, with these chunks of schedules at home, that we can cover here for KYN TV. But it's always fun to get out to the ice arena.
Well, I know that I know a lot of fans when we started doing this a couple years ago. Yankton Ice Association spread the news. Of course, you guys do too at the station, but a lot of relatives, people that are from out of town, have been able to dial in and watch the action, hear the action. I know they appreciated it. So,
well, today for the most part, hear the action.
well, they saw the action. I don't know if they heard us there in the second period for a little bit, but maybe some people think that's okay. But
less is more when it comes to us.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. But that's thank you for KYNT for doing it. And I think it means a lot to the, this is not a high school sanctioned sport. it's a club sport, and people are like, what's the difference? Well, it's just not recognized by the High School Activity Association, but like you're looking at the live stats right now. It's live statted every game. The playoffs are tracked from the beginning to the end. State tournament was held last year in Watertown. I'm not sure where state varsity is this year. We'll have to find that out. But, you do qualify and you get penalties, and if you get in trouble, you have to sit out a game. It's regulated by the South Dakota Amateur Hockey Association. But and you talked about it in the pregame, these players are on the ice at practice at 5 early in the morning. About 5:15, they got to be ready to go by 5:30. They practice an hour together, and then JV and varsity split up for a little bit during that time. I know they didn't practice today. It's game day, but they put a lot of time into this sport and the effort and to recognize what they do. It's just there's really good athletes too, and like I said, we've got multi-sport athletes that are playing this sport as well, and they earn letters, and we're the only program. This is kind of a proud moment for Yankton. We're the only club hockey team in the state that carries our high school mascot. And I think early on it was a club hockey and nobody did. Some schools or programs copied their school colors. Aberdeen, Pierre, they both have their school colors. You'll notice Huron, they're red. Well, actually, they're opposite of us for Yankton Bucks. But the Huron Tigers are black and orange, but they're all stars. And so nobody has their high school mascot other than Yankton. And that was part of our plan when we put this thing together and make it an acceptable sport, because sometimes early on club sports, they're like, who are those students playing that? And it's brand new, and it's might be slow to get started and whatever. But 20 years later, and this is a whole celebration this year for this 20-year anniversary. Got a logo on the ice this year recognizing that, and it's come a long ways. And a lot of people, again, all volunteer organization. Think about that put this on every year, from making that ice and making the lines out there and making these games work and making improvements down here. And it's a labor of love. And just a lot of hats off to a lot of people that make it work for their kids and their enjoyment, and then as parents, and just for the spectators. And I would encourage people, come out and watch these games. They are fun. This is a fun team to watch. We're seeing it tonight, and they're going to have some big battles this season. But come out and support these young people. And we got girls hockey this year too, so it's nice to see that program bounce back. So just hats off to everybody at Yankton Area Ice Association for just another continuing the tradition here. Sometimes they call it the continuing the miracle, and making things happen down here.
I mentioned girls hockey just at the JV level for now for Yankton and the program, but once that varsity program comes together, I wouldn't be surprised if you and I are up here for a girls game.
I'd
in the
love
future.
it. I would love it. I love watching girls hockey. No checking. They just play. They're no hitting anybody or whatever. They just glide on the ice, and that's fun to watch that too. So, we get to that level here and seeing the varsity level there and the boys' side, and it'll probably never be a sanctioned high school sport here in South Dakota, but and baseball's not either. It kind of bothers me that baseball is, but softball is. It doesn't make any sense. But boys and girls hockey, there's a girls state tournament as well, boys state tournament, and of course there's state tournaments all the lower levels, bantams, peewees, those kind of things. We're fortunate to host some of those, bring people to town for the weekend in February. I'll have to double check the schedule for hosting state tournaments this year, but and we love doing that because it's economic development for Yankton. We bring people to town in the wintertime and show off our community and show off our rink and continue to promote the sport of hockey.
So we're getting ready to go for the third and final period of play here on KYN TV. Something of note, Dave, we mentioned Jace Gerber came in net for Caleb Rashad in that second period, gave him a little bit of a breather. Rashad's back out between the pipes here to start the third period of play for Huron. We do have your stat totals as well: 4 assists, 1 for Grady Van Cleve, 1 for Easton Velick, 3 each for Brayden Berkland and Jack Pedersen. So a hat trick of assists for both of them. Tanner Ondell has an assist, and so does Cooper Larson. As for the 8 goals so far, 2 for Kate Hunoff, 2 for Anders Van Olsen, 2 for Tucker Rankin, and then 1 each for Rylan Murphy and Kylan O'Connor. We're ready to go for the third period of play here on KYN TV. Yankton goes back left to right as you see it on your screens, whether that's on KYNTV.com, on the KYN TV mobile app. We have an app. Did you know? Everybody should know. We have a mobile app. It's on Roku and Apple TV devices as well. And, of course, KYNTV.com. You can just go to that website. Of course, we're live on YouTube, as always, as well.
Around the world. You can watch us around the world.
Anywhere you are. On your phone, on your tablet, on your computer, on your TV.
Any continent.
I wouldn't be surprised. It's probably very illegal, but I wouldn't be surprised if CarPlay lets us get pulled up on there. But I digress. Do not watch KYN TV while driving in your car, but just listen to us. as we're back to live action. Kylan O'Connor gets the puck back for Yankton behind the Huron net. He is covered up by Matkey there a little bit. Pass goes to Pedersen along the near boards. Back to Rinkin. Goes off the side netting there, and Rashad is just going to smother that one, and we'll have a face-off here. Running clock, as was mentioned, with Yankton up 8-0 here in the third period of play. The Bucks have just been impressive all night long. Talk about the early mornings these guys got to go through, Dave. This is going to turn out to be a late night. It'll be after 10 p.m. by the time we have our final whistle here from the arena.
Well, you think about that, and the good folks from Huron, it's a little over 2-hour drive back home tonight, and just it's a sport that has a fair amount of travel, and you travel the whole state. No different than any other varsity sport. Rushmore's got a program, Aberdeen, Pierre, all the major cities in South Dakota have got it. Expanding the program, Brandon Valley's got a program now. Sioux Center, Iowa plays in the South Dakota League. And I know that there's talk down to Norfolk, Nebraska about them expanding. They've got an outdoor ice that's refrigerated, so that maybe hope to see something down there. That would be fun to have another team within an hour of Yankton.
Yeah, you get a little Norfolk action going. We go there, they come here. That'll be. Shoot, it's a straight shot right down 81. 80.
I know that road well. That's right.
Puck gets played behind the net here for Luke Moeller. He whips it around. Picked up by Sedlacek along the near boards. And Huron back on it along the blue line. Here's Radke with a shot, blocked away. I think that went off of Easton Velick, and I think Velick and Jackson Greenfield got into a little bit of a disagreement out there. Greenfield kind of tapped the back of Velick's calf with his stick there, just letting him know that he was there. Not sure what caused the start of that, but that was definitely the end of it. Shot there taken, but blocked away. Whoa. Bouncing puck. And that going to the net, Luke Moeller falling on his...
No, he got it in the glove. He actually got that in the glove. Brayden, I mean, it was almost, I don't know how he saved it, because if you watch that again, it was like behind him, and he reached back with that glove hand, lost his balance, and ended up on his old keister there. That probably hurt a little bit, falling backwards like that, so.
Oh, magisterial from Luke Moeller in net there.
Oh, that's a unique word, magisterial.
I got a word of a day calendar, Dave.
Okay.
I digress. Anders Van Olsen behind net goes to Grady Van Cleve out on the left side. Easton Anderson just checked in. Pass goes to him into the offensive zone. Here's Cooper Larson out to Anderson. A backhand pass in front of net, knocked away. Van Olsen now looking for a hat trick. Can't get there.
Yeah, a little late on the draw there for Van Olsen.
We're going to have to throw our hats on the ice if he gets his third, Dave.
No traditional hat trick.
Huron takes the puck back in their own zone. Pass into the neutral zone here, right down in front of us. It's a tough angle for our cameraman here on KYN TV. Tell Tanner doing a great job tonight. Appreciate him for coming out and helping us with this one. Make sure you support him tomorrow on KYNT and KYN TV for that matchup between Mount Marty basketball and Morningside. Pre-game about 1:15. Tip-off for the women's game at 2.
Yeah, and then they got a home game, I think, on Tuesday next week. That's when Mount Marty goes on Thanksgiving break, but Tuesday night, I believe Concordia comes up and plays, and that should be a fun one. Concordia women's basketball, really highly rated.
Should be a lot of fun. We've already seen the #1 team in the country in Yankton when Dort played earlier this year last week for women's basketball. Puck gets left by the net. Rashad's just going to lay on top of it to smother it. Clock continues to roll here in the third period of play. Yankton leads 8-0 over the Huron All-Stars. And during the break, Dave, you mentioned how Yankton's the only team that carries their high school logo and colors and name over for the Amateur Hockey Association. Makes my job a lot easier. And speaking of making jobs easy, Kylan O'Connor got that one set on a plate, I believe, by Tucker Rankin. And O'Connor just whipped it into the back of the net. That's his second goal.
Right place, right time again.
We'll wait for the official rule. I believe that was Rankin.
You're correct on that. It'll be Rankin on the assist. Just be in the right spot right there, back door. Keep that stick on the ice. Be ready quick to pull the trigger there, and Rankin was there to do it.
Well, Yankton rolls 3 lines. They got 15 different skaters that have been out on the ice. 11 of them have a point. So how's that for spreading the puck?
I think as a coach, I would like that. I really would. You get everybody involved with the game. Let's play unselfish, game for our hockey players. Spread the wealth.
They're gonna make it hard to give out offensive player of the game in the post game, Dave. Jack Pedersen got credit with the assist as well, so that's his 4th. Relay assists, obviously, in hockey still count. Here's Isaac Dimmer at the blue line. Back to Dimmer here. Shoots that one, but leaves it wide to the right. Sedlacek picking it up. I'll tell you, after an entire fall calling Sedlacek in 24, I'm glad he keeps the number for hockey.
Yeah, that is so cool. I love it, too.
Shot goes wide left there. Sedlacek got a piece of it after it was past the net, but this will be an icing called against Huron. We'll go back to their end of things for having a face-off.
Yeah, you were mentioning about the high school mascots and keeping it easy for us here in Yankton. I think you were starting to say about keeping the job easy for us, calling, the red, white, and black here for the Bucks being the home team. But and if I was those other associations, I'd probably think about doing the same thing. And I know we have players sometimes that aren't Yankton students that play in our program. That is quite frequent. But I don't think they have any problems being part of the Yankton Buck program. And I know the other associations have, students from outside the area of those public schools that play, or parochial schools that play with their team, and maybe they're concerned about that. But I think it works well for us here in Yankton.
Here's Easton Anderson on the breakaway. Trying to get it across the net there. Has to go behind net, still in possession of the puck. Lays it off, back near the blue line. Here's Cooper Larson, back to Easton Anderson along the far boards. Anderson, cross ice pass, Velik near the point there.
See, this is part of the coaching strategy right here. There's a lot of, we're worried about making passes and getting people in the right spot versus shots right now. And I know our program's been on the backside of games where it's been 9-0 and even worse than that. And I know as being on the other end of that score, it's nice to see a team that just works on some things and not worried trying to light it up and making it 12-0, 15-0, 19-0.
One last thing here about the mascot conversation we've been having here, Dave. The reason I brought it up in the first place is to say the amount of times I've had to stop myself from saying Huron Tigers tonight for the Huron All-Stars is what kind of sprung this whole thought in my head. Is puck gets played into the neutral ice. Kylan O'Connor back skating there, tries to go to Easton Velik. I don't think Velik was ready for that pass. It just slid right past him. Now back on the puck. Here's Quincy Rashad with a shot taken off the right leg there of Luke Moeller. 9 minutes to go. Moeller knows the Bucks are in command of this game, but he would love to keep a shutout here to start his season out strong.
Yeah, I sure would.
Rinkin thought about a shot, laid it off to Pedersen, and almost found its way to the back of the net. Along the blue line, Van Cleve keeps it in the offensive zone. That was close. He fielded that one on the blue line. Here's Kylan O'Connor now.
And that's a nice thing about the Yankton School Board. I know that Yankton Ice approached them to use the mascot and the colors, and so did Yankton Baseball, because baseball is club sport as well. They're the Yankton Bucks as well. Gazelle is now high school softball is sanctioned, but nice to see that way out there.
That one goes out of play. I think that went off one of the new speakers here, Dave. So I don't know. Huron might not be fans of how loud it is in here, but I'm just
I don't know.
Being facetious,
this
obviously.
One speaker's about 8 feet away from us here up here in the crow's nest, and it is pointed out on the rink. But boy, it's you can hear the bass blowing right now.
I'll tell you, the biggest difference between last year and this year I've noticed is the bass really works in these speakers. Shot taken off the face-off, nothing doing there. Murphy keeps it, goes back to Van Cleve along the blue line. Pass swings around, rolls around the backboards to Jace Sedlacek. Brayden Berkland trying to get the puck back, taken away. Huron on it again. Breakaway pass. Greenfield trying to chase it down. Anders Van Olsen trying to keep it away from him. Van Olsen spinning onto the puck and taken away by Van Cleve as he threw his hat into the ring. Van Cleve was looking for Berkland there, and an audible groan from Berkland as he let that puck go by and wasn't ready for the pass. Jace Bales on it now. Pushes it into the offensive zone. Greenfield giving chase. Picked up by Rylan Murphy. Murphy Put a little pressure on Mason Hunter there as well on his way by. Gets the puck back, goes to Brayden Berkland. He stops his momentum, lays it off to Murphy. On the breakaway, 1-on-2. Has an option with him, goes for goal, can't get it. Chase Sedlacek trying to keep possession. Caleb Rashad will smother it. And we'll have another face-off in the Huron end.
Well, just good fundamental teamwork hockey there. I think Brayden, they're doing a good job passing the puck to each other and work on things that they're going to want to continue to work on and improve all season long and get them where they want to be by the end of the season. And just a good opportunity to work on that tonight.
6:44 and counting to go in this third period of play. Huron on the puck. Bo was trying to get it in near center ice, but Ondell takes it away. Bo back on it for Huron. Exchanging possession here in the neutral zone. Now into the attacking zone for Huron.
Like you said, defensively, you want to really work hard here. You want to help that goalie of yours, Luke Moeller in this case, get that shutout. So do all you can. 10 shots on net for Huron. They've only had 4 since that first period.
Yeah, it's been all Yankton. And even in that first period, those 6 shots on goal they had came in the first about 10 minutes. So at the 6-minute mark of the first period, Yankton's defense has really shut down those shooting lanes. Here's Bo, gets it off on a breakaway, shot taken, blocked away. Good save there from Luke Moeller.
Yeah, that was going to be an opportunity maybe for All-Stars had a 2-on-1 break possibly. But good poke away there, and Moeller just was able to scoot that. They didn't give him officially a shot on the net, but could have got real close.
In the neutral zone again goes the puck. Tucker Rinkin gets on it. Skating along the blue line near the point. Now will it wrap around the boards? Cleared away. Back to Rinkin. Can't keep it in the offensive zone, so Yankton's got to skate back. Velik to Rinkin. Rankin crosses the blue line. Yankton can go on the attack. There are 4 red jerseys surrounding Tucker Rankin. He didn't really have a passing option. Huron takes it away. Velik gets a back shot taken, blocked away. I think that went off of Alex Tim again.
It did.
He's probably sick of getting hit by the puck. Still Yankton possession in the offensive zone. Trying to work from behind net.
There's a chance to put it back up top here. Got Hunoff. They've been the snipe shots up there. Goes for another one. Almost got it.
That was a blocker save with the right arm. Shot from the blue line. Saved away again. That one goes off the stick and into the back netting. So out of play. We'll have a face-off here in Huron's end again. Yankton leads 9-0 with just under 5 to play in the third period.
Yeah, so it's going to be a nice night for the Bucks. Going to come away with a win tonight. Sioux Center comes to town tomorrow night. I would expect Yankton to come out again strong tomorrow, get a win again. Start off the season 2-0 would be real nice. And obviously, you take one game at a time. And you got to show up. Oh, you got a breakaway here by Bales.
Chase Bales 1-on-1 with the keeper,
Butler,
and that's going to put it in the back of the net. Gets rid of the shutout. I guess now you got something to work towards for tomorrow, Dave. Is 9-1 now your score with just over 4 minutes to play in the third.
Yeah, the Bucks kind of fell asleep a little bit on defense there. And were able to not defend Bales, and he got the breakaway for the one-on-one there, basically. And that was a nice move by Bales. He got Moeller to commit a little bit to the middle, kept the puck on the stick, and was able to go backside. Luke tried to get back and save it, real close. That's okay.
Even the all-time greats struggle in one-on-ones at times, Dave. That's why you want to cut down on those breakaways as much as possible.
Sure. There was a goalie that was really good named Patrick Waugh. How about that name? You like that one?
Patrick Waugh, spelled R-O-Y.
R-O-Y. Yeah, he was a player.
Thinking of one-on-ones, one of my favorite videos ever in a shootout is still the Olympics a couple years back. TJ Oshie, U.S. men's hockey team, just kept going to Oshie in the shootout. I can't remember, was it Bobrovsky in net for Russia? It just had his number all day, TJ Oshie did in that shootout.
It's an exciting play. Kind of like soccer when you have the penalty kicks at the end of the game. That was kind of fun with Mount Marty this year. They had men's and women go GPAC tournament. They both win shootouts over the number 1 seeded teams. You talk about intensity, So, yeah, those goalie shots or penalty shots, whatever you want to call them, goal kicks, hockey, get the penalty shots. They're exciting.
And kept in the area there by Cooper Larson. It was a slap shot that goes over the crossbar. Still in the offensive end for Yankton. Anderson with a shot. Almost. Great save there by Rashad. Not a lot of time to react to that shot.
That was a great backhand shot by Anderson, but wow, Rashad, he's not done. He's probably playing for a little pride too, and got that glove hand up there. Nice snag.
A little shaky early on for Caleb Rashad. He'll probably be the first to admit that. But since checking back in at the start of the third period, it's not like the shot production's really gone down for Yankton. I know the clock running. They have about, I think, 7 or 8 shots in this third period of play. But still, Rashad playing well in net, trying to close this thing out. Yankton leads 9-1 with under 2 minutes to play. Anderson behind net for Yankton. Tries to lay it off to Larson. Pass goes back behind the net. Huron gets it back. Taken away. Little skate pass there for Eisenberger.
You can do that. Just can't kick it in the goal.
Another shot taken. Save. It's a low glove save this time for Rashad. We'll get another face-off here. Clock ticks under 90 seconds to play as Yankton leads 9-1.
Well, just one goal scored here for the Bucks, and I don't think that's bad. Like I said, they kind of called off the horses a little bit and worked on their passing game and moving the puck around. A lot of line shifts as well.
I got to bring it up because it was just playing over the speakers here in the arena.
Off the
almost
post.
in there, off the right post. We'll get another smother there, but it was just playing the speakers in the arena. I hear the beat start for Never Gonna Give You Up by Rick Astley, and then I'm hearing Young Gravy start playing, who's a rapper these days. I don't know if you're familiar with his work.
I'm an old man, Brayden. I'm an old man. That rapping stuff, I'm not sure.
But just sampling a song, I did not expect that one.
Well, they always got some surprises down here with the old audio system.
Velik goes to Pedersen. That one's in.
Yep.
Easton Velik on the assist. Jack Pedersen on the goal. 5th point of the night for Jack Pedersen. First time he's put it in the back of the net.
Going to get assist to Easton Velik, like you said, so you're spot on that. They'll start that clock again.
Yeah, clock rolling, 10-1 your score. And that most likely will be how this thing ends here, because that clock's going to tick away. Huron with the possession in their own end. Whistle's going to blow.
Got a high puck hit the ceiling?
Yeah, high puck hit the ceiling,
but
that's just going to end it for the night. Luke Moeller almost gets his shutout in net. 10-1 your final score. 44 shots on goal compared to 11. Yankton was all around dominant tonight here on KYN TV. When we come back, we'll start your post-game report here on the broadcast. We're back in 4 minutes to get things rolling in the post-game.
Facing another winter with your vehicles outside because your garage is full? Well, here's an idea. Get a garage from Quality Storage Buildings. A Quality Storage garage is perfect to store riding mower, kids' bikes, anything that takes up space in your main garage. Go online to QualityStorageBuildings.com to see the variety of garages available or design your own with their 3D builder. Quality Storage Buildings with lots in Yankton, Wagner, Freeman, Sioux Center, O'Neill, or Norfolk. Right now, garages are 10% off the base price.
Small businesses are the backbone of our community. Core Trust helps your business thrive with checking, online bill pay, small business loans, credit card processing, local approval and support for government grants and loans, investments to grow your hard-earned assets, and insurance to protect them. All from Core Trust, the community bank that's right down the street and everywhere you want us to be. Visit coretrustbank.com today.
Member FDIC.
Feeling like your energy's taken a time out? Do you suffer from poor sleep, joint pain, irritability, hot flashes, or brain fog? It's time for your comeback. At Glow Aesthetics Med Spa, our Bio-T hormone replacement therapy can help restore energy, balance, and vitality so you can feel your best anywhere life takes you. It starts with a simple consultation and lab work. Then we customize your treatment to fit you. Don't sit on the sideline of life. Feel your best. Book your consultation today at theglowsd.com. That's theglowsd.com.
Buying a home isn't just about real estate. It's about investing in yourself. At the Move Group, we believe the best time to buy is when it makes sense for you. Our expert agents put people before transactions, meaning we listen first, provide honest guidance, and help you make a confident decision. No pressure, no gimmicks. Markets change, but the right home is about more than just numbers. It's about finding the right fit for your life and your future. When you're ready, we're here to help. Contact the Move Group today.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Don't gamble. Insure with MT and RC Smith Insurance in Yankton, your independent agent for home, business, auto, life, and bonds. Visit mtrcsmithinsurance.com.
At Vision Care Associates, we're always improving our technology for the health of your eyes. With OptiMap dilation-free exams, you get a comprehensive view of your retina without the need for dilation eye drops. It's quick, easy, and best of all, it keeps your day interruption-free. OptiMap captures a detailed image of your eye, helping to detect any problems. No blurriness, no discomfort, just clear, precise results. Book your OptiMap exam now.
Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first.
Flu season is here. Get your flu shot today at your local Hy-Vee pharmacy. It's easy, convenient, and no appointment is necessary. Plus, when you get your flu shot at Hy-Vee, earn a 20-cent fuel saver. That's right, a 20-cent fuel saver. Get your flu shot when it's convenient for you. Schedule online or just stop by your Hy-Vee pharmacy. No appointment necessary. Help your family stay healthy. Get your flu shot and get a 20-cent fuel saver only at Hy-Vee. See store for details. Some restrictions apply.
Text scams continue to rise, and victims who have lost money to these scams continues to increase. Consumers cannot rely on a text message to be truthful. If you receive a message regarding a fine for missing jury duty, your utilities being shut off for non-payment, toll road fines, or you've won a sweepstakes, these are scams designed with an urgency and the need to send money now. Do not respond to these texts, and you should contact Consumer Protection at 800-300-1986. That's 800-300-1986 for the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division.
Welcome back here on KYN TV. Yankton 10-1 victory over the Huron All-Stars in their opening game of the 2025-26 campaign. And Dave, as we get into our post-game report, courtesy of Mason Strom and the Move Group, you buying or selling, move with Mason and the Move Group. We're going to get right into your stat recap from Mayor Signs. They're on 4th and Broadway and Yankton. Consider the possibilities today with them. A lot of goals and a lot of assists to show today. Grady Van Cleve had an assist. Caden Hunoff had 2 goals, 2 assists for Easton Velick, a hat trick of assists for Brayden Berkland in his varsity debut for the young man, 4 assists and 1 goal for Jack Pedersen, 2 goals for Anders Van Olsen, 2 goals for Tucker Renken, and an assist. Tanner Ondell had 1 assist, 1 goal for Rylan Murphy, 1 assist for Cooper Larson, and 2 goals for Kylan O'Connor. Everybody, even the guys who got on the ice tonight that didn't record a point, everybody was involved in the offense tonight, and it was very free-flowing on the attack.
Yeah, I think if you were to draw it up, I think the coaches for the Bucks would be happy. Got the production. I think they expected that. They got a lot of high expectations for this team. You know, the Huron program's on the rebuild. Lost a great goalie last year. But, yeah, I think everybody got what they wanted to get done tonight. And I think scoring points is always great. You get the W, which is most important. They get the goal scores. They get the assist goals, or the assist for points as well, the second assist. So I think all in all, good performance. It's one game, long season. Bucks got to turn around and play Sioux Center tomorrow night. We'll see where this thing goes. But, you know, high goals for this team, high expectations. And you got to keep the right attitude, I think, to get there. And I think it's a good start for the Bucks.
Looking defensively in net, Luke Moeller, 10 saves on 11 shots on goal for Huron. That's a 909 save percentage for him on the day. So that's above what his season average was last year. For Luke Moeller heading into his senior season. He was great all day. It was just that one-on-one breakaway they were able to sneak by him, but Luke Moeller very close to a shutout in the opening game of the year.
I saw him having a little fun with Jace Bales after the game and on the ice and giving each other a little grief there. And it was a good shot by Bales, and Luke knows that. But he played well in the net, and his defenders helped him a lot. You know, a lot of the game was played on the Huron's end of the rink. And that helps keep your goalie numbers like they are. When they only got 11 shots on the net, gave up 1. So a good night defensively, too, for the Bucks.
Team defense in the first 11 minutes, Huron had 6 shots on net. They had 5 for the remainder of the entire game.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, they came out pretty strong early on there and was playing pretty even with the Bucks. But again, the Bucks' depth I think pays off, and they got, not just good numbers, they got good quality depth. They can go several lines and not, they're going to drop off a little bit from your first line, but brought up young Brayden Berkland, first-year varsity player, great debut for him. And they knew they had something special with him coming up, so it's nice to see the youth coming as well. Because it's a heavy senior-laden team. We're not worried about next year yet, but, they will lose a lot at graduation time. So, you need to build that bench depth as well for the younger players.
Out-of-town scoreboard from Top Notch Window Cleaners. Window cleaning for commercial or residential. At Top Notch Window Cleaning, brighten your days. An 8-4 lead for Sioux Falls West over the Mitchell Marlins. That's the only other game going on around the state right now, Dave. And kind of similar to our game. One team very much out shooting the other, but Mitchell has been more clinical with their shots. 4 goals on 12 shots on target, 65 shots on goal for Sioux Falls West. 8 goals to show for it. Looks like last update, there's about a minute left in that one. That one being played in Sioux Falls right now. But that's your out-of-town scoreboard. That's the other game here on opening night of the hockey season.
Yeah, I think that's interesting because Yankton played a pickup game or a scrimmage game with Sioux Falls West earlier, just a couple weeks ago. Well, about a week ago. So we got to see each other, and we'll see how that goes. Sioux Falls West was pretty good last year. Rushmore was the team to beat last year. They're probably favored again to be that team this year. But let's just see how it plays out. They've returned a lot of players like we do. But a good start for the Bucks tonight, and we'll see where it all goes. But it's been fun to be able to kick off the season with a nice win and a nice crowd out here. And it's hockey time.
We'll get your schedule preview real quick from Parker Hannafin of Yankton. Look ahead to a brighter future with a new career at Parker of Yankton. All benefits begin day 1. Learn more at parker.com. Yankton will see Sioux Falls West for an official game for the first time on December 6th. That's right here in Yankton. But this is the first game of a 6-game homestand to start the year for the Bucks. They come back tomorrow, 8 p.m. puck drop against Sioux Center right here at the Yankton Ice Arena, and then come back next week. Mitchell on Saturday, Rushmore on Sunday, and then right back against Rushmore on Friday, December 5th. So a lot of home games right here to start, Dave, but then you get into that road schedule on the road at Brayden, at Huron, at Sioux Falls West, Sioux Center, and then back-to-back against Oahe once you're getting into January there. But just a look ahead at what's next for Yankton. That homestand to start the season gives a lot of local fans a chance to see these guys perform.
Yeah, get out here and come to the rink, support these young men, and look at the younger programs as well. And I know next Saturday is Hockey Day Yankton. And they've got games, I think, starting at 9 in the morning, going all the way to that varsity matchup. Girls, bantam, maybe a peewee game, and varsity, junior varsity. So come on out here, check out what some of these young people are doing out here. They work really hard, and it's a fun place. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to sit in the stands and watch with amazement how some of these people can move on that little steel blade on the ice. It's not easy.
It's time to give out your players of the game, and I saved this for last, Dave, because I've been thinking about which offensive player that we need to give it to. Defensive player is going to be interesting as well, considering how well Yankton played across the board. But we'll start on offense. It's brought to you by Hy-Vee with a hopeful smile on every aisle. I think 5 points pushes Jack Pedersen over the top. 4 assists and a goal for him today, contributing to half of Yankton's points in one way or another.
Yeah, I had him on top of my list. I also had Caden Hunoff, just because of the defenseman scoring those 2 goals early. And with some wicked shots. I mean, those were wicked shots from the blue line, and I really like the way he plays all the way around. So maybe I'll save him for the other award we'll give him to. But for Jack Pedersen, I agree. I think that was didn't score a lot of goals, but boy, he had his hand in the cookie jar a lot, getting the contribution for those goals.
Well, I think I'm going to agree with you there. We'll go to Defensive Player of the Game from Olson's Pest Technicians, your residential commercial pest control solution. Call 1-800-KIL-BUGS. His offensive performance might be why he's getting the nod, but a great defender on the backside as well. Caden Hunoff did fantastic today. 2 goals, as we mentioned. He was just under point per game last year, but now he's at 2 points per game to start things off in 2025.
Yeah, I really like Caden Hunoff, another senior. Both these gentlemen are seniors. He's steady back on the back line. He's able to hold the blue line when they're on offense, and had a couple of wicked wrist shots that just were bang, bang there. I don't think the goalie had a chance on either one of them, and that is impressive. I've watched him grow up in this game and really turn into a fine player. So congratulations, Cade Hunoff, on a really good defensive and offensive all-around game.
I don't think we're going to get a coach tonight, Dave, so I think we're going to wrap this one up here.
I think we're good.
They're probably celebrating their big win here to start get things going and start preparing tomorrow.
They're probably signing
already.
autographs out there is probably what they're doing. I know that at least that Koff guy is probably.
we got NIL in high school now. Can they start getting paid for them autographs?
Wow, I'm waiting for mine up here.
Well, let's see. Where's the broadcaster NIL? I digress.
Right.
Dave, thanks as always for taking time to broadcast with us. It'll be a bit of a layoff before we're back for Yankton Bucks hockey on KYN TV. We're not scheduled again until the end of January, but back-to-back nights at the end of January into early February. We'll have 2 games in a row there, and then senior night in February as well. So that's a look ahead at our Yankton Bucks hockey coverage coming up. To give you an idea of that, I believe it's the weekend. We have 3 games at home: Brandon Valley, Watertown, and Brookings. We're covering 2 of those games. I can't remember if it's Saturday, Sunday, or Friday, Saturday, but we're definitely covering on the 31st. That's Saturday against the Watertown Lakers. So be sure to tune in, and if you, obviously, since we're not here, come down here and enjoy some hockey at the Ice Arena. Yeah,
and I think you guys do a great job of reporting scores and keeping everybody up to date in the community on how the season's going for the program, and then I know they appreciate that as well, and hopefully we'll see you down here at the rink, and come down, have a good time, and then catch us on the next broadcast.
Thanks to all of our sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Cash McDonald back at the studio running things on the KYN TV board. Even though we're not on KYNT on terrestrial tonight, we still need someone back there running our ads and everything. So thank you to him for making sure everything was going well there. Of course, thanks to Tel Tanner running the scoreboard and camera tonight here on KYN TV. Support him tomorrow out at
Oh yeah.
I think he's thinking about turning the camera on us, Dave.
Hey, we both have faces for radio, so we're good.
Well, we'll see if it happens, if we get put on camera. But thanks to Tel Tanner. Support him tomorrow. Mount Marty basketball on the road against Morningside in Sioux City. 1:15 pregame, KYNT, KYN TV, 2 p.m. tip-off for the women, the men to follow. And, of course, thank you to our listeners. Without you, this broadcast would not be possible. Yankton 1-0 on their season with a 10-1 win over Huron in the season opener. Until next time here for Yankton Bucks hockey, I've been Brayden Butler. He's been Dave Spencer. Stay safe, be good people, and we'll talk at you later. Have a great night, everybody.
Thank you for listening to Yankton Athletics on KYNT, a Riverfront sports property and Yankton's home team. Be sure to subscribe to the KYN TV YouTube page and hit the notification bell so you never miss the action. You can also find KYNT on Facebook, X, Instagram, and online. Remember, KYNT is your home for Yankton.